Oh my god.
I really need to make this fucking money.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I'm done. Why am I poisoning? What? Why am I toxic? Why am I toxic? Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Why are you doing this to me? I just can't do it. Real talk, why? Anybody that says they have Apple art. Anybody that says they have Apple art. We made $1 and lost 1 subscriber. So you guys earn 3 minutes of commercials. I don't spill my fingers. I touch my face. Did something that's a twitch. Did something that's a twitch. Got no bitch in my blood. 0 bitch in my blood. Honestly, straight life in people's faces. I don't spill my fingers, right?
That was my depression. I need that money. Pay my bills, electric bill, the internet bill. That was my depression. I need that money. Pay my bills, electric bill, the internet bill.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. But why are you doing this to me? I just can't do it.
Why am I toxic?
You're fucking
Why am I toxic?
You're fucking
Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser.
I'll admit it. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbor. I'm gonna haul him up by a chain. I will eat your ass. I'll do it. You think I like sizing up my neighbor? Cut him, skin him, chop his ass up. My children are going hungry. I will eat your ass. Oh, eat your ass. I'm literally looking at my neighbors now and going, I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Oh, eat your ass. My superpower is being honest, and I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Oh, eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Oh, eat your ass. I've extrapolated this out, and I will eat your ass.
I learned a lot. And I learned that, I learned a lot. Anyway, Bo is associated here. Anyway, the point I want to make is, I learned so much. I learned so much. I learned black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, but I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. What I have to do is I have to continue talking about the things. Come on, man. I came down here because I remember the first bumper sticker I saw. I learned that I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. So I learned about kids jumping on my lap. I love kids jumping on my lap. Oh, I'm in trouble. What are we, nuts? Dead. You know. Come on, man. Give me a little break here. Get a life. Taking cocaine or not? What do you think? Huh? Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. What I mean? Come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. You know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Come on, man. Well, Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius. Come on, man. I am very willing to let the public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. Come on, man. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids, wealthy kids. Come on, man. I mean, come on. Take a look at the record. I know a lot of weed smokers. Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, but I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Why the hell would I take a test? I am,
And strike and strike and strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. They're coming here. They're coming here from Africa, from South America. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. They're coming here. They're coming here from Africa, from South America. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now.
Joe Biden was here right now, what would you tell him?
I'd tell him eat and stick the American flag in his fucking ass because he's a fucking traitor, son of a bitch, old fucking feeble-minded fucking lord. And Donald Trump is my nigga.
Are we good now? Is there anything else that you want?
I want a gun.
What?
You heard me. I want a gun.
Robin, you're not getting a gun, all right? That goes against everything I stand
Evan,
for.
you have an entire utility belt of tools, of batarangs, of smoke bombs. What do I have? I have a fucking grappling hook on a rope.
Robin, the gun is the weapon of the enemy.
Yeah, because they fucking kick ass. I mean, just think about it. The next time we fight some goons, they're gonna look at me and not think, wow, that guy's wearing a really tight Speedo. They're gonna think, wow, don't fuck with Robin. That guy's got a gun.
All right.
Would you tell me to calm down? There's that chirping again. How are you not hearing that? Newsflash, asshole! I've been hearing it the entire goddamn time! Then why would you say something? Because I hate you!
It's to go in round two.
The only thing I'd like to see from Dontel in round three is a higher output, a sense of urgency
What is
for
this?
the finish. It's unique, creative striking. The hit bone.
Now remember, you have no regard for human life, most especially women, because they have the organs that you wish that you had. So you want to make a suit from them.
Can you name one thing I've done that wasn't completely justified?
The Death Star, for one.
The Death Star was more of a scare tactic than anything. I mean, how many planets did you really see us blow up with that thing?
You blew up Alderaan.
Oh, you mean the planet harboring fucking terrorists? Yeah, we blew that thing up.
Boo! I am a high-priced Washington lobbyist peddling influence. Who wants candy?
Now listen close, kids. These goddamn niggers and Jews are trying to take over this country, and we've got to take it back.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I just took a turn.
Welcome, everybody. How you doing tonight?
Oh, that's something new.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I was just watching random clips from It's Always Sunny on YouTube, and I was like, oh, my God. I clipped out the implication clip, and I was like, it just goes on too long. It's fucking hilarious, but it just goes on way too fucking long. But yeah, no. Those are some of my favorite shows. Nick, your background noise is atrocious. What's going on?
What background noise?
I don't know. It's like...
I mean, I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it too.
Ah, that's weird. Hold on. I might need to switch ports then. That's weird.
Well, Real quick. Thank you for the super chat, Nizanik. Let's go. Monetization, baby. Grats. Yes. It is our first stream since this channel has been monetized after our monetization was stolen from us, not lost, not taken, stolen, unrightfully by an unnamed litigious individual. Devin, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh damn, look at what we can do now. Monetize monies. Congrats, Crow. I really appreciate it. I really do. No, it's nice. It's nice because, like, no joke, I don't mind doing the streams when like nobody donates anything. But you know, it's nice even when you get like a super chat. It's like a like 99 cents. Sorry, Mom.
Right.
Even when it's just that, it's nice because it's like, oh well, you know, people really appreciate what you're doing. They're leaving you a tip for, you know, to help you out, support you, and everything. It's nice. It's nice to see that. Because even when I watch other people that are streaming, like I'll send them super chats, even if I can only show up for a few minutes just to, you know, support them. Nizanik, thank you again. I'm here to make an announcement. Sonic Frontiers comes out in 7 days, available for pre-order with the digital deluxe or standard edition. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. I've completely avoided Sonic games because they've not since the what is it, that big Sonic anniversary thing. But
you mean Sonic Forces?
Was it Sonic Forces? No. It was the one where it had like the old 2D. I don't know. Like,
I mean, Sonic Mania?
Yeah, maybe it was Sonic Mania.
Yeah, but Sonic Mania was good though.
No, Sonic Mania was good, but I mean that's like the only game from Sonic that I played. Like, is Sonic Frontiers gonna be good, or is it?
It looks good, at least from what I've seen.
I like Sonic. Like, I love Sonic. I grew up playing Sonic on the Sega Genesis. I just since the 3D, since 3D Sonic games have come out, they've all been kind of like shit to me.
Dude, what have you been saying?
Well, no, I'm being serious. Like, they just don't feel like what I want to, what I imagine it should feel like to play Sonic in 3D.
Even the adventure games.
I'm just telling you how I feel about it, man. You can back off.
I'm just curious. You're even saying that about the adventure games.
Well, I did. I'm going to be straight up. I just don't play them. Like, it's not even like, it's just, I look at it and go like, it just doesn't look interesting, and I just don't pick it up. And I played a couple of the titles and they weren't good. I don't know if any of them were the adventure games, but I know one of them had
Sonic Adventure 2.
I know one of them had fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. So
Sonic Adventure 2.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
Sonic 06.
Maybe. I'm just saying, like, it's just, I like Sonic. It's just, I think I just like 2D Sonic. Like, I think it's just my thing. That's what I grew up with. That's what I like. The 3D stuff just doesn't interest me.
I don't know. I'd stay away from that whole blue fur ball of autism right there.
Wait, who?
Nah.
Sonic.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Sonic's having a revival.
I mean, ever since I learned about Christian, I've just stayed away from that shit.
Oh no, we don't talk about Christian.
I think you're missing out. I probably am. Like, if you guys think Frontier, is it going to be available on PC?
Yeah, it's probably going to be available on every.
It's going to be on Switch.
I need to buy a new Switch. My screen is.
Oh
cracked.
yeah.
Wait, your screen cracked?
Yes, that's what I said. The screen broke. It was completely unfortunate. It was totally unavoidable, and nothing I did in any way contributed to the screen cracking. So, why are you laughing?
The way you said it.
Why? What's funny about that? I said nothing. I said
it sounds very lawyerly, Crow.
What sounds lawyerly? Nothing I did contributed in any way to the cracking of that screen. Notwithstanding where it was located. Okay, anyways.
Notwithstanding? Did you stand on it, Crow?
Oh, look, the man left out of nowhere. Oh, man. That's talk about a boomer moment for Crow. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. I had to advise my client to leave.
Oh, okay. Good choice.
Yes, good choice indeed.
Anyways, Crow, I actually got something.
Is it related to any of the topics tonight?
Well, I feel like you might just be like, "Oh, sweet, nice." I just want to tell you, real quick.
I will. But is it related to any of the topics tonight? Because I haven't even gotten to announce them.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Okay, all right, perfect.
Because it's something I just want to tell you because I'm pretty sure you'd be really hype about it.
All right. What is it?
Okay, so I was in Baltimore this weekend for Baltimore Comic-Con,
Uh-huh.
and I actually met Veronica Taylor. That's it.
That was literally it.
Well, and I got a few cool rare Spider-Man comics, but that's about it.
Crow, I also have something to say.
I'm happy for you. It's just I don't know why you.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you.
No way. I'm glad. Good for you, Vic. GG. Hopefully yours is more relevant to the stream in some way.
Yeah, that new song that you played tonight, I'd totally dance to that any time of the week.
Oh God, which one? the Trump Angel song? Like that
Yes.
shit is so. Dude, I
love the beat
hell.
to that.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna throw that song in and probably just replace it with the Biden song, like swap them in and out. But I figured I'd just play them both tonight because I figured it'd be nice. But anyways, look, we've got a couple topics to talk about. I think one of the craziest stories though is this whole DHS leak thing, which again, the reason why this is important is it relates to social media, right? And you basically have the government going to social media and requesting that they take down content directly. This is something that has been denied before. It's been denied outright by many of these companies over and over again that they actually engage in this behavior. I can relate to a couple other stories that have been out in the press, but Mark Zuckerberg, when he talked about the reason why Facebook took down the Hunter Biden laptop story, it was because, in his words, the FBI had told them that there would be some sort of story coming out and it would be Russian disinformation. And then that story came out and they just, they assumed, that's the way Zuckerberg framed it. Well, now we find out that actually Facebook has a fucking portal up and the FBI just needs to go into the portal and directly say what they want removed, or literally any other government agency. So it's if that's happening, if the government's directly requesting content be taken down, there's no two ways around it. It's 150% a violation of the First Amendment. Beyond that, it's creepy as fuck too. Nobody should have that power. And my problem is I everyone's gonna want it, right? Nobody's ever going to want to give that up. The ability to literally go to fucking Twitter, right, and say, "Hey, Twitter, I want you to remove all of these stories because they're going to make me look bad and the election's coming up," right? There are so many ways of doing that. It's so fucking loose and it's so fucking broad because, if you take a look, how many stories, that are relevant today that were in the news months ago and they were called disinformation, or years ago and they were called disinformation. Look at what's going on recently with YouTube's changes in their policy about COVID. You can talk about COVID now. And beyond that, we also have the what is it? The fucking I should have pulled it up ahead of time. The Atlantic article where they're asking for COVID amnesty, right? And it's ridiculous to me because basically what they're saying is, oh, everybody was lied to. Everybody was lied to, but it's okay that they demanded that people be shut up in silence because it pisses me off. The things that we're finding out now that are true about COVID were the same things that these motherfuckers called conspiracy theories. It was the same things that they were demanding people be removed from social media. Like one of the things that I think is hilarious is they were requesting the fucking Anthony Fauci parody accounts be taken down and removed. That's
wow.
I mean that's literally that's the fucking king in his court getting pissed off because the jesters are making fun of them, right? Like it. There's no other way for me to look at it because I sit there and I say that's just that's people just laughing at you and making fun of you, and you're getting pissy and you're going to these outlets and you're being like, Twitter, remove this account. I want to see it banned. It's insulting to me. Like, fuck off. This is nuts. Like, this is I all the bullshit that these people claim about the orange guy and everything. I don't think it's necessarily I do think it's wrong in a lot of cases, but like I don't necessarily think that the fears are misplaced. It's just then you see shit like this and these very same people are just their mouths are shut because it's benefiting them. It benefits them, so they're okay with it. If it didn't benefit them, then they would demand that it be changed. Look what's going on with Twitter right now. Elon Musk buys Twitter, right? The Saudi fucking prince, okay, who's had the same fucking stake in Twitter that he's had before Elon Musk bought it, is now suddenly an issue, right? How can you have this Saudi prince have controlling interest or controlling interest? He doesn't even have that. How can you have him own any portion of this company? He's a Saudi prince. This is immoral. It's unjust. And it's like, yeah, before that, he had way more fucking power. Like before that, the guy would make a demand and Twitter would fucking obey it. Like, what do you fucking mean? And like the Saudi prince is like invested in a ton of American companies. And yeah, it's a little fucking creepy. But these people didn't fucking give a shit. Now Elon Musk buys Twitter and the government wants to investigate because, it's the Saudi prince owns a portion of the company now. Now that Elon owns the company, that's a bad thing. Like, if it benefits them, they're okay with it. They don't fucking care. They'll turn a blind eye. The moment it turns out like it's no longer in their favor, but back to this though. The pandemic amnesty, right? They want forgiveness. They want everyone to just like forget all the bullshit. And I mean, look at what California. I don't know if this has been removed at all yet, but apparently, Newsom is demanding that every single student be vaccinated to go back into the public schools. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I think that, if he wants the public schools to run away, fine. But then I think that instead of the money going directly to those public schools, it should go to the parents. And if the parents want to send their kids to private school, they can. Because this guy is fucking nuts. And it's crazy to me because we're finding out so much of what was said was just an outright fucking lie, right? And this article like directly talks about it. Where is it? It mentions masks in here, right? Like our cloth masks made out of old bandanas wouldn't have done anything anyway. But the thing is, we didn't know. People were fucking saying it. People were fucking out there saying that these fucking masks weren't doing anything. And these assholes were like, ban them, medical misinformation, ban them. Right? That's exactly what was going on. People were saying this from day fucking one, that this practice wasn't actually fucking working. And these idiots all screamed at the top of their lungs, ban them. And they got what they fucking wanted. I'm glad Elon Musk has Twitter now, and I'm sure a lot of it's going to be undone. But think about all the users who got banned off of Twitter for saying that the fucking mask mandates didn't make sense. Now we find out, it's true. It's just a factual fucking statement. There's no denying it. There's literally no denying it, even though they did it for 2+ fucking years. I do think that there are crazy fucking conspiracy theories about there's a conspiracy theory about the vaccine. It's the most insane thing about Lucifer and demons and shit like that. There are some nutso fucking conspiracies about it. But you have them equating those things to people who are legitimate, fucking doctors going out and saying that the practices that we were taking weren't practical or effective at all. And these were the assholes going, ban them, ban them, ban them. Every fucking time. Didn't give a shit. And now they're just now that we've pissed everywhere, and now that you've got us by the fucking back of our necks and you're forcing our face into it, now it'd be really nice if you guys just forgot about it. Think about all the damage that they caused, right? Leaving school shut down for as long as they did.
I mean,
they just want to be forgiven.
I mean, I knew the whole mask thing was BS to begin with because, masks didn't protect those workers down at Ground Zero.
Oh my God. Still. Oh my God! Thank you. Fucking finally, yes, absolutely.
Not even the N95 respirators were doing that much good. There was just too much pollution there for them to be even effective.
My thing is to my understanding, I don't know the whole thing with the different masks and everything. I understand that there are more effective models though that are out there.
Yeah,
but that's not what people are being told to use.
No.
The thing is, if you've got a cold or something and you wear one of those cheap masks or something, it's basically effective, right? It's what they do in Asia. If you're sick, you still go to fucking work. You just wear one of those fucking masks on your face, right? So you don't spread it around. That's very basic though, right? That's not what we were dealing with. COVID was something entirely different. That shit's not gonna do anything. And people were saying this and they were being banned. And people knew this and they were just afraid to fucking open their mouths because assholes like these writers at The Atlantic would demand that these accounts be banned. These motherfuckers fell in line hardcore. Hard fucking core. Another one sit there go forgive and forget. What about what about all the people who profited off of what was clear misinformation? Now we know for a fucking fact it was. What about all the people who profit off of that shit? Are they going to apologize? Do I forgive and forget about them? Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you.
This thing was a total joke from the beginning. Remember when I sent you that picture of the lab's logo on their front plaque?
Oh yeah.
Over in Wuhan, it was basically.
Oh, you mean the one that was the
logo?
Yeah, the Umbrella Corps logo. Yeah, everyone saw that. That was goddamn. We are literally living in the world of Resident Evil thanks to China.
Look. The China thing. America is involved in that fucking lab in Wuhan, and the reason why is because
Wasn't Fauci also involved?
Yes. Okay. Let's be very clear about Fauci and everything, because this isn't a conspiracy theory. This is like, this is exactly what happened. Right? We banned gain of function research in the United States. Fauci then decides, hey,
to export it to
why
a
not
country
just
that
do it
allows
in
it.
China? Right? Because, like, you know how the American companies over here are like, hey, child labor is cheaper than American labor. So they take all their fucking shitty manufacturing over to fucking China, right? So that's exactly what these assholes did, right? Fauci takes this shit to China where they haven't banned gain of function research, and that's what they're fucking doing. And I remember these people in fucking media when Anthony Fauci is testifying in front of fucking Congress, right? Rand fucking Paul is like, you were doing gain of function research, and Anthony Fauci is talking down to him. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, then we found out Fauci fucking lied, like flat out fucking lied, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like it was admitted. They admitted that they were doing gain of function research in Wuhan, right? I mean, there's no denying it. It met the actual definition of the word, what they were doing. And, you know, there were also records saying that's what they were doing. So Fauci just lied in front of Congress. Is there going to be a single fucking penalty for this man? No. Not a single fucking one. Fauci knew from fucking, like, very early on, okay? Because, again, Fauci was the one that approved the shit going on at the fucking lab in Wuhan, right? So Fauci knew about, like, this deadly virus that they were working on, which also later on a deadly COVID fucking releases, and this motherfucker is just like, I don't see how these two things could possibly be related. Oh, you fucking deplorable piece of shit.
Wasn't there also a thing going on Twitter for a while where it was trending saying Fauci lied and people died?
Dude, like, that's trended more than once. But, like, it goes beyond just Fauci, right? Look at like the fucking governors and the shit where they were like, we can't do it. Like, look at New York, okay? Look at New York. They oust the governor because of sexual harassment allegations. Like, yeah, that's serious. But you know what's more fucking serious? This man had the opportunity to put COVID patients into a fucking special Navy hospital ship where they would be isolated from the rest of the fucking public. Instead, he goes, let's put them into nursing homes. And then lied about the numbers of people dying in the nursing homes.
Excuse me.
I mean,
has he paid any penalty for any of that? No. Whitmer, that disgusting cunt in Michigan, did the exact same fucking thing. Is she going to face a single? No, of course not.
Democrats never pay for the consequences.
Forgive and forget, though? Forgive and fucking fuck you. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. Like, you know what? I've seen them, like, I've seen these assholes on Twitter going, like, who's that one fucking conservative kid? Bannon. Steve Bannon, right? Steve Bannon goes and says, I can't testify to this stuff because of, executive privilege, right? Donald Trump was the president at the time. When we spoke about this thing, he declared executive privilege. I can't disclose it, right? So they go, oh, well, that's contempt of Congress. 4 months in prison, bitch. And I'm like, oh, okay. I you know what? When Republicans are in charge, I want them to go after these motherfuckers with a fucking book and handcuffs. Like, I want them to go after fucking all of these idiots. All of them, full fucking force, fucking shove the book so far up their ass, it's coming out their goddamn throat.
You know what's funny about this, Crow?
It's what they fucking wanted. It's what they wanted to fucking do. It's what they started doing. The moment these idiots were celebrating, jerking off, and going, contempt of Congress, go to prison, bitch. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I see what we're doing now. I see what we're doing. Let's have fun with that, okay? When the fucking DOJ is like, hey, these people who are like going to crisis pregnancy centers and just like firebombing the fuck out of them, they're like, oh, can't figure out who did it. And when you got these people like just like nonstop swatting of like conservatives and shit, and they're like, oh, can't figure out who fucking did that one either. When someone's leaking shit out of the Supreme Court, and it's like, can't figure that out either, guys. But like they can track down literally everybody involved in January 6th. Like, okay. All right, okay.
I mean,
at this point, I fucking get it. I fucking understand it. Let's just be honest. When Republicans take all their fucking political office and everything, just take your fucking boot and literally ram it so far up their ass it never leaves. Sorry, Gigi. I had to rant about this because my goodness, the moment like contempt of fucking Congress can kiss my fucking ass, right? Like Congress, oh, eat a fucking dick.
You know what's funny about this title here is that they want to declare a pandemic amnesty. Like, amnesty means that you have committed a crime and you're just getting a free pass for it. They're tacitly admitting that they've committed a crime here.
Oh no, they know that they fucked up. They know they got it wrong. They know everything they said was bullshit. They know that they sought to penalize people and did penalize people when they were right.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is like the whole amnesty angle here. Like, they do not deserve it because they have not shown any goodwill. Like,
yeah.
If they commit like a crime of circumstance, like going across the border for a better life, maybe I could see amnesty there. But then
like Whitmer banned people from buying seeds in the state of Michigan. Why? Literally, how did that do anything? Like, well, what fucking CDC guideline were you even pretending to follow? There wasn't one. There wasn't one at all. Like, and it's nuts to me because then we find out that Pfizer also like lied, right? Well, lied, not lied, but like mostly lied, just like very dishonestly told people things about the vaccine that they knew were not true, or at least knew weren't proven to be true at the time, right? And they defend it by saying, well, we were in a rush and we just knew we need to get this out to people. Well, so these same motherfuckers have full immunity from any type of litigation. So like if let's say, you were lied to, you were told you had to take this thing and something occurred from it, well, they're totally off the fucking hook. They've raked in so much fucking money off of this shit. It's insane. And what are they doing now? Oh, now they want to fucking mandate it so that everybody's children needs to get it before they can go to school. And the CDC is just like, oh yeah, we're going to approve that shit because everybody that's going to approve it is in 10 years going to wind up working for fucking Pfizer.
I mean, the one thing that I find to be the biggest clown show in all this is Joe Biden. Because how much you want to bet he was actually getting his 5th or 6th dose of the vaccine, and it wasn't just like, I don't know, a vitamin shot.
I've seen like the different things where people say like, oh, look, he didn't actually take it. I don't fucking know, right? Like, I assume that they actually did. I just like, I look at it and I say, what we were told, why we're doing it, and what it was supposed to be for, and like what we know now about it, it was a massive mistake. Everything we did during the pandemic was a massive mistake, right? I'm not saying like vaccines. I mean like the locking down, the mask mandates, all of that was completely fucking wrong. We know it was fucking wrong. These people, like, I don't care that you were wrong about what you were advocating for, because I don't require everybody be fucking right. I think people are more than capable of fucking up, making a mistake, then realizing that mistake and growing from it. My problem is These people weren't just advocating for their position. They were demanding everybody else be removed from their ability to speak about it. At that point, I don't fucking care. Like, I don't give a shit. You don't get amnesty. You don't get fucking forgiveness for that. There should be a penalty. I don't know what it is. But, like, you can shove this amnesty shit straight up your ass.
I mean, the only penalty I could see that they probably deserve is never be trusted again, that they should all be silenced themselves for a year. Like, live on the other side. Live on the other side of the aisle here of what you did to us. You get done to you for half the time.
Well,
and you might learn something.
I think that we should just we shouldn't do that. I just think that anytime they do speak, there should be like a fucking banner that says, I willfully manipulated the public for years until finally I could no longer lie. Like that's all I fucking like. You have that fucking banner over the Atlantic, right? Like, I don't fucking like then fine, we're good. But like, I'm just done with this bullshit where these people fuck up constantly. They're constantly fucking wrong. And then they're smug, they're arrogant. This shit is just like, oh my fucking God.
I mean, how about this? Like, kind of how most people
real quick, only because I fucking keep forgetting to do this. Conrail 2020, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's make the censorship crow quail in terror. All right, thank you, man.
I mean, honestly, they should probably be branded with the scarlet letter of having the blood of innocence on their hands, because this is like, people died because these
straight up died. Yeah, 100%.
I'm not talking about like, like having a literal scarlet letter. I'm talking about having like a public database that says that these people are persona non grata at anything.
Oh,
kind of like what they did with technicals in Smash and whatnot.
We'll play the technicals video.
I can't wait for that part.
But no. When it comes right down to it, it's not even just the amount of people that died, right? It's the amount of people that died, and then before they died, their family members could not even say goodbye to them. Remember, they restricted these people, kept them in isolation from their family members for weeks until they finally passed away. How the fuck do you think that there's going to be fucking forgiveness for that? Like, and then I remember these smug fucking jackasses as they bragged about how much better they were than you. Because they cared about the public. They cared about the immunocompromised. They cared so much more. And that's why when your father was alone in the dark, listening to the fucking machine as he took his last fucking breath, wondering why his children weren't there. Yeah, well, I mean, you should just get over that. Just get over it. Right? They were, I mean, look, okay, they were wrong, but look, man, they cared about people more than you did. That's why they were so fucking wrong and caused so much fucking emotional trauma. So you should just fucking get over it. Your daddy probably didn't love you anyway.
Death to you, scum!
I mean, if there's any poetic justice in this, these people are going to die alone just like their victims did.
Oh, God. Like, I swear, these people, it's just, God damn.
Can you name one thing I've done that wasn't completely justified?
Ben Kenobi? Completely killed him.
Oh, you mean the master fucking wizard who infiltrated our base with a lightsaber? Yeah, not really innocent there, was he?
Yeah. I mean, I hope karma really does come for them.
Look, I think karma is already coming for them, because look, most of these people's life was on Twitter, right? When they were shut down from going out from the ability to go outside, they loved it. They live on fucking Twitter. That's been taken away from them. Their safe spaces no more, right? They no longer have the ability to control every fucking conversation on that fucking platform. I mean, look, no joke, right? I saw people going on about like the was it like someone was like just randomly shouting out the no word, the big no word that you can't say because you get into a bunch of trouble. Except with the E. Anyways, look, I saw that shit and I'm like, I don't really care. Were people harmed because a bunch of jackasses were on Twitter shouting out the N-word?
Apparently, no. LeBron James was.
LeBron James is the biggest fucking bitch I know.
He's a Chinese sellout.
Are you sure about that one, though?
Yes, I am.
The biggest bitch that you know? I'm pretty sure there's like bigger ones.
No, because LeBron James is a dude who gets paid an exorbitant amount of money. Like a ridiculous amount, has the most privileged lifestyle imaginable, right? And is loved by the fucking public. And that man cries the fucking hardest. I can't, man. Like I can't. I was, you know, my father is from the old country, right? My dad is, you know, when he raises your, I don't know how this. My brother's fucked up though, but look, I was just raised a different way. Like when you're a man, when you're an adult, right? You don't fucking cry about shit. Like you try to change things. Like you can talk about things. That's not what LeBron James does. He cries like a little bitch, and when he gets called out for the fucking hypocrisy, he just goes, "Well, you can't fucking talk about that. That's not fair."
I mean, look, the one thing I could say about all of us compared to LeBron James is that we didn't try to defend the honor of a pedophile who died trying to touch a minor.
Oh, yeah, that's why I stopped following Mark Ruffalo for the same reason.
Oh yeah, when they were like crying about that shit, I'm like, dude.
No, when you straight up called a pedophile a hero.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah,
how the fuck you gonna do that? Like, how the fuck are you gonna do that? A hero, a fucking hero, really? It's like,
yeah, and he even tried pushing that cringy nonsense of say his name. I'm like, no, he's a pedophile.
Do you not? That's why
I'll say his name, Joseph Rosenbaum, the pedophile, Joseph Rosenbaum. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? I can say that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I tell people, like, no matter what, regardless what I think about Conrad thing, like, I still think it was stupid for him to come. I don't give a shit about the people he shot because they were all pieces of shit too. And that's what I always tell people. Because why should I feel pissed he shot shittier people? A pedophile and a domestic abuser, and a guy who admitted that, yeah, I raised my gun at him on the stand. It's like, and it's still premeditated somehow, huh? It's still premeditated, people say.
Yeah, I don't know, like running away quick, and then being cornered, hold on, premeditated.
Hold on, real quick. Just want to say, Joe, in real life, Crow's one of the happiest people I've ever met. Yes, in real life, I'm very different than I like. Yeah, in real life, I'm very nice.
I can vouch for that too.
Yes, you can from personal experience. But Joe, I sent you a link if you want to join us tonight. I see in the audience on a couple of the shows, and like just join the chat and do some drawings so I can watch them. Sorry, Gigi, what's up?
Oh, I was finished.
Oh no, I thought you said premeditate, and then you.
I said I was adding to your joke there. Is like, yeah, he ran away and got cornered, premeditated my ass.
Yeah, premeditated. People will make the argument that it was premeditated solely just because he brought the gun, like, to the whole thing, and he was ready to shoot somebody. That was the whole reason. Still say that's premeditated as an argument.
Yeah, look, I mean, stuff with Kyle Rittenhouse, I go like, I understand, like, when they say, like, you know, calling him a hero is a little gruesome because, you know.
I wouldn't call him a hero. I just call him a guy who's just trying to defend himself.
Well, hold on. The reason why I can see people doing that, though, is not because he, you know, killed a pedophile, which to me is hero status right off the bat. It's because of all the shit he had to deal with afterwards, right? Like you want to go after him for being a dumb kid who's 17, right? I think that's totally okay. I don't think that it's right that he thought that, at 17 he should take a gun out to an event at nighttime, right? Like, I understand the need and the want to protect your community. I get that, right? But you're 17 years old, okay? That's like that's something where, something really bad can happen and you got your whole fucking life ahead of you. That'd be like the worst fucking thing. And you could see people wanted him dead that night. Had things gone just like a little bit differently, kid would be fucking murdered.
Kyle's a hero in my book.
Hold on. Joe, thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me on, dude. I was going to say real quick, too, like, I didn't give any context to my comment. Like, you were talking about being raised differently, and it's like, yeah, he was raised differently. And you know how I know? Because he's a happy dude in real life, and he makes everyone around him happy as well. He was raised differently. There is no sad sacks around Crow in real life.
No.
He raises all boats.
Wait a minute. Did you say there are no sad sacks surrounding Crow?
No.
Have you seen the thumbnail for tonight? I see two of them right there, Lucky Phil and Sammy Vapor.
Yeah, and we're talking about like in person though.
But Crow knows when to get feisty, and he knows when to just have a good time. It's perfect.
I appreciate the kind words, man. I really do. Wait, okay, all right, hold on. I'm gonna ruin the moment by playing this.
No, Batman, I want to know. If I turned evil, what ingenious plan have you devised in order to... Ow, I give up! Just kind of like that.
That moments you pull up are great.
All right, so the DHS leaks. The article's up from The Intercept, right? And they have collected the information. So this is from a lawsuit, right? Attorney General Gigi, I forget, it was Missouri?
Yes, Missouri.
Okay. This is why this information is out there in the public now. But there's no denying it. There's no getting around it. And the thing is, it was specifically related to talks about the election, talks about things like racial justice. And in the case of like Facebook, Twitter, I don't know about the other social media outlets, but the Facebook page was still up for a while. You could make a direct request to Facebook if you were a government entity to get them to take content down. We know that they had done this to Twitter to get like parody accounts of Dr. Anthony Fauci taken down. We know that they went after people very heavily when it came to COVID. And we know that this all came at the actual request of the fucking White House directly. So, I mean, the thing is, if you agree with what they were doing, right? Like you agree with their messages on COVID, you agree with what you like, you love fucking Joe Biden, you don't give a shit that he sniffs little kids and everything. You fucking love that shit, right? Well, I guess I really shouldn't preach to your morality, but morally speaking,
some people do a surprisingly large amount. It's scary.
You're right. But like, realistically, I wouldn't want somebody to have this level of power or influence and preach my ideas because holy shit, right? This is really fucked up, right? This is like really, this is crossing every type of fucking line. Everybody knows that. The thing is, it's been argued for a while now. Twitter is the town square, right? Twitter's the place where people are going and they're exchanging ideas. They're communicating with politicians. They're advocating for change. They're doing that using Twitter, right? That primarily what is being done there. In the past, Twitter would just like be throwing people out for the most like ridiculous shit, and then people on the right would complain, and people on the left would go, It's a private platform. Don't you believe in capitalism and all this other fucking bullshit, right?
Capitalism doesn't work like that.
I know, but like, it didn't matter. No matter what you said, it was just, oh, make your own fucking platform. And what would happen? They fucking start up with like fucking Parler or Gab or whatever, and then you'd immediately see those competing companies get like fucking deplatformed instantly, right? It's like, holy shit, yeah, because they wanted to make sure that everybody stays on Twitter, that the conversation stays on Twitter.
Well, too, like in the past, like say the switch from like the convergence of everyone slowly leaving MySpace and going to Facebook or stuff like that. Like that was something that happened gradually over the course of like a few years before you realize like just nobody uses this other platform anymore. And now that's not something that happens in a few years. It's like an overnight exodus, and they freak out. And that's why they squash it literally in 24 to 48 hours, because an exodus is always like right around the corner. So, and you saw it with Parler. I mean, almost everybody I'm following or that follows me on Twitter was setting up Parlers all the way until they got shut down one night. And it was like, well, so much for that.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that. It was nuts. I'm surprised that the True Social app is still up, to be honest.
Well, it's because it's just like it's not fun over there. Like I downloaded it like day one, and I don't think I ever went back more than twice because I was so instantly bored with it. It was like this is just conservative boomer, like on repeat. It's just everything's just constant. At least on Twitter, you never know what you're going to come across. It could be art, it could be music, and that's kind of like the same with TikTok. You're going to come across people doing weird jobs. You're going to come across e-girls. There's going to be just tons of stuff. And Truth Social, all you're going to get are like conservative boomer memes. So it's like 2016 on a loop.
Oh yeah.
It's after a little bit, it's like, okay, this stuff was funny like once or twice, but we gotta move on. It's 2022.
Oh, dude, I still occasionally I see those. Did you remember those Trump Twitter chain threads? It'd be like these people, and they would like tag 20 something people, and they try to get as many followers as they could doing it.
Oh yeah, big time. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because you never fucking see them. They're all gone.
They're all gone. they're all over on Truth Social tagging 10,000 people into the, because that's the thing. Like I'm pretty right leaning, all things considered, with most of my opinions. But
you don't say.
It's so easy to pick on like the media side of it on the internet because there's just so much goofballery that ends up happening that it's like, it's hard not to pick on like Shapiro or like Gavin McGinnis every once in a while. It's like, way to own the libs, putting a dildo in your butt. Like, I don't think that really works that way, but all right, Gavin, whatever you, it's you, dude. Just, I'm not claiming you. I'm just letting you know you're on your own, buddy.
I mean, to ask you something for real, Joe, here. Would you go back to Truth Social if Ricky Berwick was there?
I don't even know who Ricky Berwick is.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Tell him about Ricky Berwick.
Wait. Did I ever... Were you there when Flash played that fucking... Oh, God, it was the Sonic shoe. Oh, God.
Yeah, it was the one where Ricky was pretending to be Christian, and he, like, stands up on his knees, and he gets, like, the striped shirt and everything. That one?
Is this the dude, like the little crippled dude?
No, there's also the one where it's like, hey, Sonichu, what do you want to do today? And then all of a sudden you just see him crying, going like, because he's being arrested. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh, God, wait, fucking Joe has no clue what we're talking about.
No, dude, I'm sorry. There's some things I know, and then there's other parts of the internet like I'm just out of the loop on.
I mean, Ricky,
it's like exhausting.
Ricky is a bit of a treat on Twitter. It's hilarious. Like, he doesn't have like much of a presence anywhere else that I know of.
Well, I'll definitely check him out. It's probably something I do know about and I don't realize it. Like I've seen it and I'm just not names aren't clicking because my brain is old and out of brain juice. So I'm tired all the fucking time.
Dev
Chain
says just
smoking
show
to
him a
stay
clip,
alive.
bro.
Well, I mean, if I had a funny clip to play, I don't know what. Here.
Just pull up
You
his
don't got to
Twitter.
get yourself hit or anything. You can always just shoot me a link if it's safer.
He's on Twitter. He's fine.
Okay.
He got
He
into
is
a
really
fight
funny.
with he got into a fight with somebody though. It's it's over the paraplegic shit because he makes all the jokes.
Yeah, he literally made a T-shirt called Artard Station.
Yeah. Hold
So
on.
this is
I made
the
an
dude in the
extra
wheelchair.
sandwich and I'm all alone. Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about, brother. I'm not gonna lie. I think at some point I probably like muted his account because I was getting burnt on seeing like just disturbing body humor. Like every 5 minutes, I was like, enough. I'm gonna pig vomit up in here.
My god.
This is like people that think it's funny to harass me with pictures of midgets just because they know it's gonna piss me off.
So like no hold on. During the Chris Chan stuff though, right? Ricky Berwick would be posting the funniest fucking videos about it. There would be like there's the one where he'd walk in the room dressed up like fucking Chris Chan. And he goes like, Sadachu, what do you want to do today? And then it would just cut to the next clip where he's crying surrounded by like police with sirens going off around him. Right? It's the fucking great, it's the best shit. Or he like they have Chris Chan's mom's photo, right? So it's like, hey mom, and it's like it shows the photo. Like Ricky Berwick like changes his clothes into fucking Chris Chan. It's great.
Oh man. You know, I'm happy for him though. Like, does that make sense? Like, I'm happy he can like do his thing and thrive. Because he's definitely got about a zillion million times more charisma than I could ever dream of having. And that's, obvious by the fact that he's been everywhere for years.
Oh yeah, and they constantly try to like they go after him pretty hard too because he makes tons of fucking jokes about.
I feel like he doesn't toe the line. Like he rips on the uber lefty shit occasionally. I know I've seen it a few times at least.
Like he makes crippled jokes all the fucking time, and it pisses them off so much. Cause like, how are you gonna go after this guy? Like, how are you gonna call Ricky Berwick a fucking ableist? Like, holy shit.
Crow,
they will though. It's
they've
insane.
Tried. Yeah, they
tried.
Insane.
I sent it to you in DMs.
Wait, what is it?
It's the one where he's like walking in on Chris Chan's mom or whatever.
Oh god.
Oh no. Is it appropriate to play on stream?
Yeah, no, this shit. No, this fucking nothing he does should ever get anyone like banned or like in trouble on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like in bad taste to ban somebody over his stuff.
I'm home. Ma.
Oh my god.
Oh man, Ricky Berwick makes Twitter so much fun.
So back to what I said, Joe. If he was on Truth Social, would you go back there more often?
Probably not. No. I don't know what would get me back over there. 'Cause honestly, I could probably, get some sales and stuff over there. I'll tell you what it is. It's getting to a point now where there's like too many things to try to keep up on, and I can't. I can only keep my eye on like so many apps before I'm just like, no, I've got to limit the amount of crap I have to check messages from and look at, and it's just I don't want to have to deal with any more stuff in a day. So like unless Truth Social becomes like the core thing people are working with, there's a very low chance I'm gonna put like any effort into it. You know, it's even just trying to get a 5-minute YouTube video out is a struggle for me because I'm just my focus gets used up on everything else. You know, so it's like I just have to pick and choose my battles, and you know, it's kind of like people that were like, "Yo, you got to cancel your Disney Plus because of Gina." I was like, "But I've got 2 daughters that watch Frozen and Nightmare Before Christmas like fucking 4 times a day. Are you out of your mind? I'm not canceling Disney Plus right now. They're literally babies. I need that Disney Plus to help me out every once in a while."
You've got your babies. I've got my wife, and she fucking loves Disney. She loves Disney movies. She loves it all. Like the like Hocus Pocus, right? Like Hocus Pocus 2. They just came out. Like she wanted to see that immediately, and like I'm like it's not the worst movie in the world. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of shit I didn't like, but like my wife was just in love with it because look, it's Hocus Pocus. Like she loves Disney, right?
I guess some good Disney stuff adults can enjoy.
And believe me, I can explain to my wife how fucking these soulless fucking douchebag assholes film Mulan right next to a fucking concentration camp, and it, you know, to my wife, it's like I'm speaking fucking Yiddish. Right? Like she doesn't get it. Like, what am I doing?
And to a certain degree, we don't mind our mates. It's nice to have someone in your life that doesn't give a shit and can just be normal. So at the same time, it's like, no, I'm kind of fine with them being out of the loop on this stuff. It's exhausting and annoying anyways.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I could tell, like she will get very very upset going over some of the things that we talk about here, because like for her, you know, she wants she views the world differently. She wants everyone to get along and be good and everything. And when she sees how like fucking shady and heinous some individuals are, like I can see it really fucking affects her, because I mean they're just outright just evil in this world, right? When I say evil, I don't mean, and no, I'm not going to go into my beliefs, right? But I'm not speaking about, you know, evil spirits and demons in the shadows. I mean, like there are people that are just completely fucked up, right? They want to get ahead and they don't care how they do it. There are people who do absolutely anything to gain a little bit of power over others, and when they have it, they will abuse it, like outright.
Like Vosh.
Well, yeah. I have a tweet from Vauchet, Ben Shapiro. I just thought it was hilarious. I think you guys are gonna find the story funny too. But just
real quick, Crow. Since you got your monetization back, are you gonna start up memberships again?
Oh shit! I forgot all about doing those. Yeah, I will. I will have to activate channel memberships. I will try to do that before the stream tomorrow.
Alrighty.
I have no clue what the tiers will be.
Just make 2 of them. One like a $2 one or a $1 one, and one a $5 one.
Oh no, I'll make a $1 one, and then I'll make a $20 one. And I'll be like, look, you give me $1.
Way to grift, Grow. Way to grift.
Yeah, I was gonna say, name the $20 one. Look, money.
Feel free to help me be a grifter.
Yeah, right. Oh god, no, that'd be great. That'd be great. Okay, but just real quick, just to wrap up this whole story. You know, the midterms are coming up next week, right? I really think that it's going to swing one way. We'll see what happens and everything, but I don't trust Republicans to come in and put a stop to this. I trust Republicans to come in and try to figure out some way to use this to their advantage until they eventually fall out of power and Democrats come back and go full fucking throttle on it again, right? Like this is this is like a ton of power, right? If you're a politician and you have the access and the ability to get people to shut the fuck up on Twitter about a topic you don't want them to talk about, like there's nothing more valuable that I can fucking think of to these people than that. Other than like direct fucking mind control, right? Which I'm pretty sure they're working on. But like this is really getting close. Like the fucking
it's a work
social
in
conditioning.
progress.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is like a gaslighting version of MK Ultra, or was until Elon bought it.
Well, I think that when Elon buys it, and the first thing he does is he dropped that internal communication where it's like, hey, Elon accused us of exactly what we're doing. And it's like, yeah, well, they lied in court. He should fucking sue them. Like Elon Musk should like release every fucking thing they have. And he's not liable.
Yeah, I mean, release the Kraken, Elon.
I think most people want him to do it. And I think that actually, since we're talking about Elon Musk, what do you guys think of the new Twitter Blue $8 gives you all the fucking goodie shit?
Oh my god! If that does happen,
dude, I'm perfectly fine for paying for it.
You know how many people are gonna try to abuse that shit?
Well, here's the thing. Like, he should add one more feature. If anyone reports your account, you get to see who the fuck did it. Oh, because I've been having trouble with mine.
I can see every single reason why they wouldn't want to do that, but yeah,
hey,
go
get
on.
to face your accuser. If we're gonna make this like what is it, a constitutional platform, then might as well. You get to face your accuser. No more of this smoke and mirrors bullshit.
I'm indifferent to it in like a literal way. Like I really don't care which way he approaches it, or if he charges or doesn't charge or whatever. But I'm enjoying watching like the meltdown from it. Like that's the part I like. Like if I'm being honest, I don't want to like pretend like I have some dog in the fight either way. I'm just enjoying watching the other people get so upset about something so simple. It's like they just keep making themselves look silly to normies when it's like, are you really that concerned over $8 a month? Like that's like you've got bigger problems in life if $8 a month is an issue for you right now. Like I know times are tough, but Jesus Christ, like I can find that in my couch any given day and loose change if I really wanted. Like it's not, they're just making a fit about it as if it's unreasonable. And I guess that's my thing is like, is this really the part that's bothering you? Because he's saying it's bothering you because it hurts your status. And I kind of believe him that it's not the $8. It might just be you petty ass motherfuckers being petty ass motherfuckers as usual. So, it's like I said, I don't care either way, but I find the whole thing fun to watch play out.
Well, I do think that, in terms of like most online services have some sort of subscription model behind them. But the thing is, the way Twitter works right now is the customer is the advertisers. The users of Twitter are the fucking product. I don't want to be the fucking product, right? I'd rather be the fucking consumer on Twitter, because if I was paying these assholes $8 a fucking month, they'd listen to me when I fucking complained about something. Like, that's my biggest issue.
They normally do.
YouTube. Like, my biggest issue when it comes to YouTube is a content creator on YouTube. Fuck all to me on anything. As some asshole who's paying them for fucking YouTube Red, though, oh bitch, I can get a live person. Like it is easy and it is fucking quick, right? I look at like some of the benefits too, right? And I say this as, I look at it as like a normal user, and then as someone who makes content and wants the ability to advertise my fucking content on Twitter so it reaches more people, right? Priority in replies, mentions, and search, which is essential to defeat spam and scam. I think as a content creator, that's kind of good. Or as like someone who's going to be putting out like, hey, I'm going to be dropping this this book, right, Joe? Like that seems like it could be a benefit. Ability to post longer videos and audio. I think that's great because there's been plenty of times where I'm like, hey, I'd rather upload this full 5-minute anime clip than have to upload it in 2 fucking separate chunks. Like, I'm kind of weird like that. I would pay the fucking $8 so I could upload a full fucking like 6.
I
6 minute long
agree.
thing.
There's something about having to space out things you want people to get in one shot that could just be obnoxious.
Hell,
Well,
even that
I
means
mean-
Crow for you. That means you could get a blue check mark.
Well, the thing is, like, Twitter Blue, I don't pay for Twitter Blue right now, but Twitter Blue currently costs $5, right?
Well,
And
yeah,
people pay for it and they think it's worth the money, right? I look at this and I say, well, for $3 fucking more, you have all of the bullshit that these fucking verified assholes have, plus you have a couple other things.
Yeah.
I go, like, that to me, I think that's fucking fine. I think it's fair. You know, right now, I would prefer it if everyone could just get verified. But, you know, if it turns into, hey, the users are paying $8 a fucking month, then you know, who actually has the power in that dynamic, right? Is it the advertisers on Twitter or is it the users on Twitter? It's going to be the users. It's going to be it's going to be the people who are actually subscribed to your platform. I'll pay the fucking $8, right? I'll at least try it because no joke, I paid more and gotten less.
Yeah,
like,
Them's
like
facts.
$8 ain't gonna fucking kill me. But hey, I'll say it like this: if I do that and I notice, hey, I'm getting more engagement on my fucking tweets, well, then it's kind of fucking worth it, right? Like
It's a very inexpensive way to get advertising, and it's kind of like super chats. If you can find a way to word them correctly and not annoy people, you can slip in a little advertising and still be complimentary to whoever's doing the show. You know, so and it's an inexpensive way to do that. $10, $20 a pop will get you usually a nice, pleasant response from a show with a lot of people watching live. And this is kind of the same idea, I guess, for $8 a month. Yeah, if you can get more people seeing your stuff and more eyes on your whatever it is a person does, even if it's just Twitter attention, you know, it's fine. They don't need a good reason to do things. They can do it for whatever reason they want. And
What
yeah,
is
if it
all
helps
that
people get
background
reach, why
noise?
not?
I think someone was probably ruffling something.
Is that you, Vic?
No, that's not me. I hear it from my end too.
I'm not hearing anything, so maybe it's me.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Let me try something. Hang on.
Okay.
But I was going to say, the only downside I could see to this is that the tipster verse would not have as much power as it does now.
Well, yeah, probably.
Unless if we can get like a yellow check mark for parody accounts, that'd be perfect.
I saw somebody going $20, right? Was the original ask. And it's like $20. This is bullshit. Us journalists need this to protect against misinformation. And I'm going like,
oh shit.
I'm like, well, first off, fuck you. But second, are you telling me that you don't think $240 a year is worth it to stop the spread of misinformation? Like, what world am I living in? That's nothing. Like, but
I thought they just wanted to do things for the community.
Yeah,
for
no,
society.
Apparently not. $200 is gonna fucking bankrupt them.
I mean, think of the millions that the government spends to spread misinformation.
Yeah, right. But I'm like,
240 is too much of an ask for you?
I think that for some of us, though, like this is almost like not like this whole what is it? The Department of Homeland Security leaks is like. For me, I've been listening to so much information about what goes on, either at the feds in a real way or a conspiracy way, or you know, just books I've read over the years and stuff, that like we always knew like people were listening to our phone calls. But everyone acted like that was crazy. And then the minute it comes out that it's like, yeah, they've been listening to your phone calls for fucking years before.
They've also been recording you through your TV, watching you through your webcam. I mean, Edward Snowden broke this out like, what, 10 years ago?
Well, yeah, the fact that they're working with like social media sites, like, yeah, it's good that we have proof, but at the same time, like, I wish it shocked me more. Like, I still kind of, I'm like, huh, that's interesting. And then I like move on with my day because it's been, my brain is too used to hearing that the feds are up to no good. So
Well, I mean, like
it's like constant. It's like, Jesus Christ, it just never ends, especially during like Democrat presidents. Like, it's always at like this excessively high level where you just stop being shocked. They're like, oh, Bill Clinton said he just accidentally left all the missile codes in China. It's like, oh, well, Bubba's pretty cool though. I mean, fist bump. It's like, I don't like him, but I've just learned to just see the joke, and it sucks that it's to that point, but it's like, I don't even know what could get through to people at this point. They're just so used to hearing corruption at a high level that it's not even like shocking anymore. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. Like, it's depressing.
I love how
I was
I'm not the
say,
only one
though-
who refers to Bill as President Bubba.
it goes beyond just Democrat presidents, though. I mean, like,
for sure. I mean, Bush era, like, soured people.
Yeah, you have the neocons, but that's why I like this new wave you see of people coming in.
Well, the neocons are what soured a lot of lefties so far left. Like, we don't take a lot of response. Like, Republicans
But now the
don't take a lot of
neocons are going to
responsibility
the
for that.
left. Now the neocons are going to the left.
Well, they're
And the
just
left is
exposing
accepting
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I look at it and I go, every example we have is of the government behaving in ways that they shouldn't. The government crossing fucking lines, the government going way fucking overboard. Growing up as a kid, I can name like several different media stories about the government's overreach and how bad it can be and how like terrible their decisions are. I look at everything that occurred with the Iraq War and how people are just outright fucking lied to and manipulated into supporting it. And then I look at this shit going on in Ukraine and I see these same assholes and they're all lining up doing the same shit over again. And I go like, it doesn't seem to matter to me if they figure it out, if they hear about it, because, the next time it occurs, they don't fucking learn. Like, they do not fucking learn. Like, how do you like, I understand what happened with Bush and 9/11 leading into the Iraq War and everything. I understand how that occurred, right? But especially now in the age of like modern information sharing, when we know that the government outright lied, outright fucking lied, manipulated the media, did everything they could to get people on board with supporting war, like to the point where I think it was Whoopi Goldberg, like she got canceled. She got canceled because she criticized the fucking war.
Yeah.
And they got
I remember
offended by
Rosie
it.
O'Donnell even got canceled for a little bit for 9/11, and I was even surprised about that. Not her questioning it, just that people actually got that upset. I'm like, who really gives a shit what Rosie O'Donnell says? But
I mean, Bill Maher got
different
canceled
time,
for telling a joke.
Yeah, but look at what's going on with Ukraine now. If you criticize the fucking Ukraine shit, they call you a fucking traitor. Like it's no fucking different. I think more people are aware of it now, though. Like I do, because way back when, bro, if you criticize the Iraq War, especially after 9/11, man, you were like, that was some shit that you did not want to fucking do, right? Now, like, there's plenty of people who are like, hey, I don't understand why we're sending $1 billion to people. Hey, is it true that this fucking motherfucker shut down his political rivals? Hey, is it true that like Zelensky acts like a fucking dictator? It's nuts. It's
He
like
took control of the media over there.
Well, he did exactly what Democrats want to do over here. He made it illegal for the rival political party to function in the country, right? He took full control of all media in the country, right?
Yeah.
He's outright said he will not negotiate. There will be no peace talks with with Russia. That's something that, like, this is
Like-
how Democrats think and feel, right? They're the morally righteous people. They'll never negotiate. Because how could they? They're the bestest ever people ever. And if you're against them, you must be the evilest of the evil of the evil.
And they're not doing themselves any favor over there. I mean, Zelensky told Elon Musk to fuck off, and he did with the whole the internet system built. Starlink, I think it was. Yeah, he fucked off of that. It's like, how dare you, Elon? You're killing people.
Well,
he told me to fuck off. I fucked off.
Well, here's the thing. He walked that back, but I remember at the time they were also going to be looking into Elon Musk over something else. And that's sort of like all of a sudden that news story is just kind of like, it's faded out. It's gone away. Now that Elon Musk said, hey, I'm going to let you have Starlink back. It's funny how that works.
I got to ask you something. Do you think Elon will pull the same move he did with Tesla and just move Twitter out of fucking San Francisco and move it to Texas?
I mean, he may as well.
That'd be the best move ever.
Well, it really hold on. It just comes down to what he is going to do with people currently working at Twitter, because he's walked back the idea of laying off all these people. He's like, Elon Musk is doing that Trump thing, with the big ask or whatever, right? Because what did he say with this Twitter Blue thing? Originally it was going to be $20 for it, and then everyone acted outraged. $20? Bullshit! Go fuck yourself, right? Then what's he do later? Oh, $8.
Lowers it down.
And here's all the amazing benefits you're going to get with that $8. Well, now it sounds more reasonable. If he started out by telling people $8, they'd probably be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, sounds reasonable to me. Hell, I paid the same amount for Disney Plus.
I don't know. The strategy that both Elon and Trump are using is first put the fear of God in them, and then dial it back to see who's willing to work it.
Well, I mean, look, it works. It's effective for the guy, but he did the same thing with the Twitter thing. It was like, I'm going to lay off 75% of the staff. Now it's like, oh well, I'm going to lay off 25% of the staff. It's like, dude, I think you can lay off 80% of the staff and you'd be perfect.
Yeah, deadass. I feel like some of those people at Twitter should, be laid off.
But yeah, I think he's going to probably want to move the company to Texas because, he wants to make money with the company, and leaving it in California, where California, the thing is,
Silicon Valley's gone to shit.
Well, it's not just that. The left has shown time and time and time again, even though they claim not to do it, that they will weaponize law enforcement against their political rivals. They do it all the fucking time. So, I look at it and I go, why would Elon Musk want his company in fucking California with Newsom, a guy who he's probably going to be fucking around with on Twitter?
I mean, why have your company in a state that's constantly catching fire every 5 minutes?
Or that, but or the taxes.
Or is eroding off into the ocean? Have you seen the stuff on that, Crow?
Oh god.
Oh, what's that about?
Basically, the shorelines on the West Coast, especially where they have these $1 million housing projects, they're basically going out into the Pacific. Literally, cliff edges are eroding.
Oh damn, that's scary.
Yeah, there's a whole entire section of California that's been cordoned off and basically deemed unfit for living.
Shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Good riddance.
Reasons like that make me glad I live where I live on the East Coast.
That's why I say never live on the coastline, because the waves are going to get you, or you're going to go out into the ocean.
It's cool for vacations, but yeah, eventually, if depending on where and how you're set up, it's going to catch up with you at some point. It's going to turn into high maintenance, so you have to be a billionaire to live on the coast, just due to the long-term maintenance, if that's where you plan to be for life.
Here's how bad it is, Vic. It's worse than freaking Louisiana and New Orleans. You know how New Orleans is below the sea level?
Yeah.
It's worse than that over there on the west bank of California.
That's nuts.
Damn.
Okay,
I totally forgot about New Orleans.
How did you forget about New Orleans?
No, the whole thing was New Orleans, not New Orleans itself, but
wait, you mean
under sea level?
No, not Katrina. Oh wait, is that what you're referring to, Gigi?
No. I'm talking about like how it sits on geographically speaking. It's below sea level.
Yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah, I was like, what? You thought I totally forgot about the city of New Orleans?
It sounded like you did.
No,
I was like, it was fucking.
Why would I forget about one of the homes of jazz, man?
He's saying New Orleans is just one big soggy beignet.
Yeah, and it's better to live in than the west side of California.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
and you get to be in the deep south, which is just instantly cool. So.
Tons of shrimp, titties, beads.
It is. Everyone's in a good mood. The deep south rules. I lived there for years. Love it.
Well, our next topic is going to be good that we have Joe here because it's about comic books. Let me get it pulled up for you guys.
You tell me to calm down. There's that chirping again. How are you not hearing that? Newsflash, asshole! I've been hearing it the entire goddamn time! Then why wouldn't you say something? Because I hate you!
Where's that from?
Always
Sunny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I still need to watch that show. I'm missing out.
That fucking clip is great.
That sounds like something. To be honest, that sounds like something between you and Sen sometimes.
You need to get the clip of them pretending to be terrorists with a hammer.
Oh wait, hold on. I want to play it now, but I'll pull it up for tomorrow. Okay. New Black Panther Wakanda Forever clips confirm more awful Marvel humor. New Latin pronunciation for Namor's name. So
wait, what?
Yes.
What do you mean they have?
I honestly, I forget how they say it in the clip. Does anyone have that clip of him talking where he says
Namor?
Yeah. I just can't get over the fact that they made him Mexican.
They made him basically an Aztec Atlanteus, an underwater Aztecian ruler.
They made him Mexican. It's literally he's Mexican. Right? You can be like, no, he's Aztec. No, he's fucking Mexican. Fuck off. No fucking Aztec.
He's old school Mexican.
Yeah, exactly. Like the thing is, this whole thing, right? I've seen a couple things that they've tweeted about it where it's like, oh, this is gonna be about fucking the culture between Black people and Latin American people in the United States and shit like that. It's just shit, man.
I already don't like that.
Yeah, I don't think most people do. Like, I don't think anybody really wants another fucking modern allegory to fucking U.S. politics. Like, it's
not clever and it's cheap and lame and cliche. If anything, cliche is the worst. It's cliche. That's the biggest reason they shouldn't do it.
Well, I mean,
creatively.
I mean, creatively cliche. The thing is, Namor's like a character that I find really interesting, right? Yeah, I know he's not like the coolest. I know he's not the strongest. I know he's not like, he's a very interesting character for me though. Right? Yeah. To me, it's like Black Adam in DC. The fucking he gets more serious, right? Like you don't fuck with this guy.
Well,
right?
He's a very stern alpha male character. So even though he's not like the most popular character, it's like people always respected Namor because you knew like shit was gonna go down if he showed up. He just never showed up and like had a nice talk with people. Like he almost always was getting in fights and just cleaning house, and people are like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, or starting shit.
Yes, he's got a reputation for being a tough character, but I mean, well, I don't really know what to expect from the movie, to be honest. I probably won't watch it because I'm just tired of that stuff. But as a character, I hope they do him some justice. Because I mean, the old school Aztecs, I mean, like they were pretty like tough, wild characters themselves, but
we got our own pantheons.
Well, they have a strange background too, though. Like when you look into like the records of just like how they coughed things up to the Spaniards, it was like truly strange. Like, it was just like the king was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just let them have me because I love these Spaniards. Yeah, I'm just gonna say let them have the gold. Like, he was just letting them do whatever they wanted, and it was such a small amount of dudes over over a course of like 2 months, just taking over an entire area because there was just no resistance whatsoever. And even the Aztec warriors were like, "Why won't you let us act? Let us do something." The king's like, "Nah, these dudes are fucking awesome. Did you see their guns?"
Yeah,
Like, he literally
basically
just
massacred them.
Yeah, it was so strange how it was just. That's why we say old school Mexicans, because they're different. They're not. It's different than a Spaniard-born, origined Mexican. It's that weird Native American, South American mix point that we don't have much of left today.
Yeah,
So we don't have a lot of that culture other than like
I can say that's
tourist
one of the many-
attraction.
Well, do you honestly think we're going to get a great interpretation of that culture in a Marvel MCU film?
Oh,
No.
fuck no.
I wish we
can
could
say
though.
that
Like,
for Latino
that's what I
myself.
mean.
I won't.
Like the idea on paper isn't bad. It's just the execution's not going to be there. So
Well, my thing with this film, like I wanted to see Namor. I want to see Namor the Submariner. I want to see the guy who isn't afraid to tell fucking Captain America to go fuck off.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like, he just doesn't fucking care. Right? He's there to get his shit done. And if you step in his way, he'll move you aside. Like, this guy is someone I was really interested in seeing for a very long time. I never thought that it was ever going to happen because of the fucking Universal shit. So when that ended, and when I was like, "Oh, we're getting fucking," he's gonna be in the next Black Panther film. I'm like, okay, like I gotta watch it for that. But then he did this fucking Aztec thing, and I'm like, I'm just fuck you. I'm done.
Even I don't like it either as a Latin American myself.
I'm like, it's just this. I really no shit. Like, I don't identify with this guy in any fucking way, shape, or form. This is not like the comic book character I've like dedicated so much of my life to fucking reading about. But like, no shit, this one actually like pissed me off, right? I never liked the fucking race swapping. I really fucking don't. I don't like it in general. I don't even like the fucking Liam Neeson as race fucking Al Ghul in fucking Batman Begins. But like this one fucking hurts. Like, this one actually fucking hurts. Like,
we just want a guy with a big, strange-shaped head, little wings on his ankles, and green scaly underwear. He's totally ripped and sculpted. He's not like massively bulky, but he's totally like slender down, completely just 0% body fat, and he cleans house. That's all you have to do.
It's very
so
simple. It's very simple.
Yeah.
I like that. Gosh, what was it? They had that Avengers versus X-Men story. It was more recent, but like fucking Namor floods all of Wakanda. I'm like, oh, there you go. Like, there you go. It's like,
which is funny. That I think that part was written by Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Maybe like that was like that's the sort of shit that I expect him to fucking do, though, right? Like, I expect him to say, you know what, they're pissing me off, flood them, right? Like, you just get it over with, right? I don't know, man. I look at this and I'm like, maybe you could, like, on paper, when you tell me like, oh, Aztec Empire versus the Empire of Wakanda, right? Like, yeah, okay, right? That could be kind of neat, right? Because Wakanda is like super high tech, but also dabbles with like, some mystical stuff. Then you go, then you deal with these people. It's like all magic or whatever. I could see why that might be interesting, but this shit, like, you fucking killed a character that I was really excited from, like, literally, like, I'm not kidding, like, day one of the MCU kind of shit for me, right? I was excited to see this guy, And now you give me this shit. I'm like, go fuck yourself. But everything Wakanda Forever already kind of pisses me off because, look, Riri Williams, Ironheart, I'm going to be honest with you guys. You can really only go up from the comics. Like, I mean, you can really only go up from that character because she's uninteresting. She's uninspired. She's boring as fuck. You can only improve upon that formula, right?
It would work for a Marvel tween show meant to cross promote and be on Nickelodeon as well. That's where it would work.
Yeah, like one of those.
It's not really like all audience.
Like a Disney show. Yeah. It'd be like one of those Disney shows, like That's So Raven.
Yeah. It's like it's one of those things where I'm like, I can see a generic way of doing it. It's just they're trying to jam it down people's throats instead of
they're really trying to popularize her.
Oh yeah. Well, the whole thing with like the situation with Chadwick Boseman, I'm like, yeah, it's sad that the guy passed away, but also it seems really fucked up that you would just decide that the way to honor him is to take his last role and then decide to just kill him off screen. Like, I'm sorry, recast the fucking character.
His family wanted it, and they still didn't do it.
Well, my problem is, I really the shit that Disney does, where rather than recasting people, they'll CGI hologram the dead back into something is just, it's creepy. It's creepy. It's weird. It's wrong. It doesn't fucking look right. It seems incredibly fucking grim to do it. Like, just fucking recast people. Like, get it over with. If there's back when fucking Terrence Howard, fucking Iron Man 2 rolled around and they were just like, no, fuck you, Don Cheadle, right? In the past, they didn't give a shit, right? And nobody, people talk about it, but like, it's not like anybody sat there and said, I can't watch Iron Man 2. We lost Terrence Howard. That's not War Machine. That's a different black guy. I can tell his skin's lighter in the first one. Like, nobody fucking is sitting there doing that. They're like, it's a fucking movie. The old actor couldn't do it, or they replaced him. Who the fuck cares? Just move the fuck on. Instead, you do this weird shit where it's like, oh, we need to memorialize Chadwick Boseman by killing his character off fucking screen and advancing fucking Shuri. Like, I think eventually they wanted Shuri to become Black Panther. They wanted the female Black Panther because, black males are essentially just, they're essentially just white boys at this point. It's all about the black female characters now. You got to be hip with the times. So I think they always wanted to go forward with Shuri as soon as possible, but the way they're doing it here just seems fucking wrong. I'm like, I'm not interested in seeing this film because, like, one of the cool things about seeing this guy Namor, like the actual Namor, or even Aztec Namor, would be seeing how he interacts with fucking T'Challa.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Not fucking Shuri. I'm sorry. Like, in the comics, like, he kicks her ass. She literally can't do anything to him. Like, nothing. She's not even smarter than him. Like, nothing. Literally fucking nothing. Now you're gonna get,
in this case, MCU Shuri is a lot. Oh, sorry.
MCU Shuri is not comic book Shuri. Comic book Shuri is a grown fucking woman, and MCU Shuri is fucking teeny bop hand cannon bitch, right? Like, it's something entirely fucking different, right? She's displayed like no fucking physical skill whatsoever. I'm not saying she doesn't have any. This is fucking Galadriel. I'm saying, like, this is such a wild fucking transition to go from the character we saw in, like, fucking the original Black Panther to her literally being Black Panther now. Eventually, I expected it. I'm just saying that I feel like eventually they were like, well, we're only going to have Chadwick Boseman for like 3 films, and then we're going to move forward with Shuri as being Black Panther. He died. Rather than getting someone to just do 2 films, we should just cut him out now. And I think it's a terrible fucking move. I think all of this is just fucking awful. I mean, the new Latin pronunciation for his fucking name, you shove it up your ass. It's not Namor. It literally is not Namor. And why do I fucking care about fucking MCU not Namor versus not T'Challa Black Panther? Teenage Shuri Black Panther. Like, who the fuck is interested in watching that? I honestly don't know what the point of this fucking film is. I literally don't fucking know what the point of this fucking movie is. How do they even...
It's just the MCU barrage. They're gonna pump this stuff out till they completely kill a movie genre for 25 years before it's hip to do again.
Well, from what I know, they have things planned until for the next 3 years for now.
Oh no, I think they've got things planned out for 5 to 10 years in advance. This is like $1 billion fucking property for them. So this is all planned out. But the thing is, again, I said it before and I'll say it again. In the past, you had them building towards something. You have people that actually really love these characters and wanted to bring them to the screen and wanted to build a universe.
Yeah.
Once you had all of these repeated successes, constantly, you saw it kind of slow at first, and then you saw the really big push with Captain Marvel. And you even saw it in Endgame, where you had all the female characters team up at the very end, right? It's very cute. And now that they've completed their big magnum opus with Endgame, it's this property that exists that's literally just pumping out fucking money. And you have these talentless fucking losers coming in. I'm sure Disney's barely paying them anything because they're fucking talentless fucking losers. And they get themselves attached onto these fucking projects, and this is all they can fucking think to do with it.
I think too, it doesn't get talked about much, but I think they're also getting in this weird spot where they're doing so much stuff at such a high volume of shows and films and all these things back to back that a lot of the independent not graphic design, but CGI guys and gals out there have now requested their agents stop accepting anything from Marvel DC because they're just sick of dealing with it and sick of working for them and trying to have to bash out the stuff that looks awful or comes across bad. And it's getting to a point where their money is not even enough to convince medium scale people to work for them. Even liberals now, they're it's not, no one wants to work on Star Wars now. It's awful. We request no Star Wars, no Disney. We'd rather do commercial CGI for pharmaceutical company commercials than have to go do this shit because it's awful. So, there's a lot going on right now that's kind of under the radar that's probably playing into it, even if it's not the entire problem.
See, my thing is, one, it's Disney. They have the money to pay the people. They just don't want to because
stupid.
Well, no, I mean, look, I've worked for a corporation before, a pretty big one, and they literally will look at how much they are paying employees for things. And it's the employee could literally generate 10 times. I'm not fucking with you. Produce 10 times over another employee. But if they were being paid more, right? Because it's commissions, right?
Yeah.
If they were being paid more than 10% over that other employee who's producing 1/10 of their work, right? The fucking corporation will come in and immediately want to cut pay because they don't want to pay the employees more than a set amount because it fucks with their financing records. It fucks with how they've scheduled everything to go out for the year.
Yeah.
They will freak out and they will look for ways to cut down on people's pay, even if they have someone who's producing more for them. Right? It's frustrating as all shit. Like,
and a lot of that could even be solved by just like simplification of like taxation, like the amount of crap you have to go through for a business, or even just personal if you work for yourself. Like everything's got to be made harder, and people wouldn't have to be constantly looking for loopholes.
Well, and in the Disney thing though, it's like it's not even the fucking money though. Right? It's like you have them wanting to produce all of this shit, right? Like all of it, right?
But they can't produce it at a good quality, which is the issue. Look what you got.
It's like there's nothing that they're producing right now that people are actually fucking getting hyped and excited for. Like I'm being serious. Like the most exciting thing they probably have, where like there's general hype for it, is probably Spider-Man 4 whenever that gets around. Like
that's going to Sony though. So
this is what I mean though. Like their main Marvel products right now, the fucking next Avengers film, nobody cares for it. Nobody gives a shit about it. Nope. The fucking TV shows that they produce, the fucking She-Hulk show. I wanted to make who the fuck actually comes out and says they wanted to make a sex positive show for children? Like the
pedophiles,
right? Yeah. Like that's the only thing I can think of. But like, you have, this is what Disney is doing with their Marvel properties right now. Their most profitable properties are being used 100% to just push their social messages. You have Star Wars, and it's like, they treated Star Wars the way that they treated Marvel, right? Where it's like Marvel just prints money, and so does Star Wars. Star Wars will just print money. It's like Disney found out very quickly that the fandom behind Star Wars is a little bit more serious than the fandom behind the MCU is.
Yeah.
It doesn't work
By
with them.
By the way, I forgot Tales of the Jedi just came out, and I was like, I totally forgot about it because there wasn't too much hype about it, and it was probably the best thing they've done for it thus far since
I mean, like I thought about watching it, but then I was like, oh wow, they really changed and redeemed Dooku. I was like, oh wow, I'm out.
Oh wait, they're doing that whole shtick where they're trying to sympathize the villain a lot more and realize why he's not a bad. They really need to stop using that.
Look. You know why Dooku joins the dark side? It's because he watched the Republic and the Jedi refuse to help people, right? So basically, these people say like, "Hey, we're against the Republic. We don't agree with what they're doing, and we're going to leave the Republic," right? And these are Dooku's like people. And so the Jedi go like, oh, well, they left the Republic. They're on their own. So when they get attacked, Dooku's like, we have to go help them. They're like, well, nope, they left. They're on their own. Bye. And so Dooku's like, well, the Jedi are wrong. So he leaves the Jedi and he joins the dark side. And also, he doesn't like maliciously go out and like murder all the Jedi that he can find. He actually, he actually wants to recruit as many Jedi to the dark side as he can, so that when the Empire is there, they can all be a part of it, and the Empire will be what the Jedi and the Republic were supposed to be. That's how Dooku sees it, right? And yes, he's evil, and yes, he does terrible, fucked up things. But like, you don't need to fucking humanize him any more than that. I don't know why they thought they needed
were
to.
a lot more better than what whatever Palpatine ever was, and it made more sense.
Well, that's the thing. Palpatine never told Dooku his actual plans for the Jedi. Dooku thought the entire time that him and Palpatine were going to recruit all of the Jedi to the dark side. He didn't know what the fucking Rule of Two was. It's fucking great.
I don't know. I've just gotten so tired with all the new Star Wars bullshit that I've just, settled myself to trolling people by saying that Star Wars is just pro-Jedi propaganda.
the thing about like Star Wars stuff, and I went as a Jedi for Halloween this year. I thought that was nice.
Oh man, no, I saw your pics, man. You actually made a good Jedi.
Dude,
I
half the
didn't even
people thought
see
I
him.
was Jesus.
Jedi Jesus.
No, it's the hair and the fucking robes.
I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. They probably didn't know what you were, which made no sense.
You should have just went as John Wick.
Oh, that would be
You
good.
look better as John
I mean,
Wick.
you could have made a good John Wick too. But like, I mean, I like
Jesus is very hip this year, so it worked out in your favor.
Oh yeah.
Well, I had fun with it. Halloween is always a good time. Although somebody broke a wine bottle in our garage and I stepped in some glass.
Oh,
ouch!
Yeah,
That's never fun.
Oh
Mazel
yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, this is the other thing. So we're talking about Marvel, DC. Henry Cavill's coming back as Superman now.
Yeah, which is a good thing, right?
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, it should be a good thing.
My thing is James Gunn is taking the helm, right? And I think James Gunn
that bad.
No, I think James Gunn has some good ideas. I don't know if like DC wants James Gunn to be their Kevin Feige and kind of like shape everything for that universe. I'm like,
I'll tell you though, I just don't want Zack Snyder.
100%. James Gunn will like put these fucking characters into like the most authentic comic book costumes possible, right? Like the Peacemaker show and everything, I think is a little bit fucking stupid, but also it was good entertainment, and he literally is wearing the fucking Peacemaker costume the entire fucking time, and they don't even pretend it's silly. Like, I mean, like everybody looks at him like he's a fucking idiot, right? But
you got to respect that a little. That's something comic fans have begged for years. It's like, stop just putting Wolverine in jeans or just in some black like Matrix suit. We just want yellow or brown Wolverine. Just give it to us. Like, just put him in his costume. I've seen plenty of indie dudes make videos and it looks awesome. We know it's not going to look dumb. You guys just can't follow source if your life's dependent on it. It's like you have some vendetta against it, and then you see a guy like James Gunn at least do the costumes right, even if he's going to turn everything into a fucking fart joke. He at least gets the costumes right, and that is like, it's like, well, step one's there. If he can just get serious about some of these, like, we could see a good turnaround for DC finally, because it's just been, I mean, failure after failure, and I don't even care if you count the Nolan movies. They're still boring as fuck. I want Batman Returns is the closest thing to a good Batman movie that's ever been made. And even in that, Keaton's stiff as fuck. All he can do is like throw one punch. So, and it's like even with a dude that can't even move in the suit, it was still better. So,
well, I think it'll be interesting seeing James Gunn at the helm, because I think that the best thing that you have with him is he does seem to actually respect the characters that he works with, right?
Yeah.
But it's like you said,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
His thing is it's very comical. It's very slapstick. It's fucking fart jokes and shit like that. And you already have that with Marvel, right? You've already had that like overdone with Marvel. And the thing is, there are times when it's going to be good to do that in a film, especially to break up some tension. But, you know, I will say this. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman are just a little bit more serious than Captain fucking America, Iron Man, and Thor, right? Like, I mean, they're just, I mean, if you look at them, like, no joke, right?
well, the core of the DC universe and their hero type, and I think it's indicative of them being kind of like one of the first, you know, they published Superman. They have the first superheroes. They always have a father figure, mother figure, feel to their male and female superheroes, historically at least. I'm not counting like the last like 5 or 6 years, but
I was about
you
to
know,
say.
Well, they have. If you look at it, Batman's always been sort of a father figure. You know, Green Arrow was sort of. They always
I was
had
talking
like
about
these
the
kids
modern
that
comics.
Yeah, yeah, but it's one of those things where you can't. That's the difference. Is Marvel comics were originally intended for a younger audience, and that's what made them take off in their time and in their peak periods. And DC was always more of like your dad's comic books, all the way down to the character types and the way they were presented.
Yeah.
Throughout time. So yeah, you need someone that can handle that type of storytelling. Like you've gotta be able to just know how to handle DC characters. And it's something like you hear Ethan talk about a lot from his time there. Cause like he'll talk about stories about how editors were like when they were good at DC, and just the knowledge and the respect they had for these characters and how they didn't skip a beat. They just knew all the way down to like the X, Y, and Z level characters, like all the details of how they should be and how they should act. And you just don't get that from anything now. You're like, it doesn't feel like anybody cares about any of the source.
Well,
it's crazy to think there was a time where people knew like source material for what it's like. It's a lot of stuff to remember. I'll just say that. Like I don't know how these people remember all this shit.
I think with comic books, remembering the source material for all that stuff is different, though, when you're looking at just adapting a character, because you don't need to use literally everything in that character's canon.
Exactly. Yeah, it's going to change.
But there are some core essentials, right? Like Superman was always, the alien who was, left before Krypton exploded, comes to Earth, lands in Kansas, and is raised on the Kent farm. That's always going to be who Superman is. Now, was the planet natural destruction? Was it Brainiac doing it? Like that part that can change, right? You can change that shit, right? But Superman's still going to wind up in Kansas and eventually go to Metropolis. I think James Gunn understands who Superman is as a character, and I think you might actually get like a real adaptation of who Superman is supposed to be. And I think if you want like the best adaptation of comic book Superman, not modern, well, regardless, like it's like the Superman animated series, right? Like that version of Superman is probably your best adaptation from the comic books. He's
got a catchy theme too.
Huh?
Got a catchy theme too.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the DC animated universe that they had for a while was really good. You had Batman the animated series, but like the Superman stuff, if you watch that show, right, he's kind of fucking funny, right? Like, and I'm not talking about like he's cracking all these jokes, but like there's this one scene where Lois Lane confronts him, is like, "How do you keep getting the scoop on me?" He's like, "Well, I didn't want to tell you this, but I'm actually Superman, and I'm only working here so I can figure out about the next crimes happening and then scoop you on the byline." And it's like he says this all like matter of fact, and it's like that's literally what he's doing, right?
Yeah.
And she just goes like, "You have a sixth sense of humor, Ken." And it's like it's a funny scene, right? But at the same time, it's not like fucking fart jokes or anything. And yeah, it's like believable too, because Superman knows he can literally tell people he's Superman and no one's gonna believe him because they just see him as like Clark Kent from fucking Smallville, Kansas.
Well, Clark can be subtly witty and Superman can be strong and philosophical. Like he gets to expose different parts of his personality depending on what part of society he's trying to fit in at the moment. So it's like, yeah, he doesn't get enough credit for being able to be like subtly funny at times, and then still gets to kind of be wise even when he's Superman. It's a different kind of wit that comes out, and so people act like you can't do nothing with him. It's like you can do all kinds of stuff with Superman. Come on.
Well, he also like him being a journalist, even in that fucking cartoon. That cartoon's kind of basic too. Like he uses his experience as a journalist to investigate things so that he can get more details so that he can do a better job as Superman, right? Like,
yeah.
But he's Clark Kent first, right? like I hate Zack Snyder's portrayal of Superman because
so stupid.
he's Kal-El, and Clark Kent is just his secret identity, and it's like no,
It was a waste of Henry Cavill. You know what I mean? It was a waste of having a guy that looked, acted, and sounded exactly like fucking Superman. It's like, what are you doing here? You've got this like thing on a golden platter. This is like having the best football player in the NFL on your team, and you just keep sitting him every game because for no reason. You can't make sense of it. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Why? Oh, I can't stand the Snyderverse, but that's me.
No, I think the thing is, Zack Snyder knew how to fucking cast people. Like Zack Snyder knows how to fucking cast people.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't know how to use them at all. It's like Henry Cavill. I mean, he believes in Superman. Like this guy, when he talks about like doing the role of Superman, you can tell.
Yeah.
Why listen to the guy. The way he's like, fucking Superman being cold and standoffish and fucking like floating over people like he's looking down on. Like, it's not what fucking Superman does.
Yeah, that is not. No,
he's a fucking wholesome fucking farm boy from fucking Kansas. Okay, First and foremost, that's what you got to understand about the guy. He was raised on a farm in Kansas in good fucking Midwest fucking America, right? Where everyone is nice to everybody else, and people don't lock their doors at night because it's such a safe fucking community, but everybody's got a fucking shotgun as well. Like that's where Superman grew up. Okay? He didn't know he was a fucking alien until he was a fucking teenager. And even then, his parents are still Jonathan and Martha Kent. That's who Superman is. Fucking Zack Snyder doesn't understand that, and instead gave us fucking God in a Superman suit looking down on all the poor fucking people below him.
It's just such a strange take with Superman. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like I get what he was trying to do in a literal way. You know, like I'm not ignorant to what he was going for. I just don't understand that decision. Jesus? Yeah, like I understand, like Jesus? He's like, this is hip. I'm being slick. No one's gonna see this coming. It's like, no, Zach, this is stupid and dumb, and it's try hard. Just go back to the basics. Like, just go watch Richard Donner's first film, take a few notes. You know, you can refine it a little bit, but it's like, it's not rocket science. Like, we all know Superman's origin. You can't do, there's just things that we don't want from him. The sky should be blue, the grass should be green, his red should be bright, his blue should be bright, his attitude should be optimistic. Like, instead of the whole city getting destroyed, do you remember in the first Superman movie, there's a scene where, like, Zod, or not, was it the first one? Whichever one the Zod was.
The second one.
Yeah, they're like, you know, slamming buses and shit into Clark. And you see him kind of take a minute where he's not getting back up as quick. And the whole city just starts picking up 2x4s and shit and being like, nah, dude, he's one of ours. Knowing they have no chance. You know, you get these cool little moments like that can maybe, you know, give people a tingle for a minute out of a superhero movie.
Yeah, and they did that.
We don't get any of that with Zach.
Well, my thing with Zack Snyder is in Man of Steel, you never see Superman actually inspire anybody to do anything good. Right?
Yes, exactly.
But you jump into Batman versus Superman, and people are just like, he's basically Jesus, and they're burning his symbol into the fucking ground, right? Worshipping him. And I'm like, why? Like, literally, why? Like, I could understand people behaving that way towards, like, comic book Superman because, you know, people are kind of crazy and they're nuts and they do that sort of shit. But, like, this version of Superman has done literally jack all nothing to be worshipped as a fucking god by people. And we already have that. Like, Zack Snyder was just, like, running this, like, universe at like full fucking speed, like he's like jacked up on fucking coke.
He probably
no,
was.
like right, but like I look at the stuff with like Ben Affleck Batman, and I'm like, the casting there again, it's brilliant. You want an older Batman who's like, kind of like, I'm fucking getting kind of tired of this shit. Like,
yeah,
it's good casting there, and like I will say this. I think the entire like scene from Man of Steel is fucking stupid. I think the entire thing with Zod is idiotic. And no, you will never justify to me the fact that he needed to snap Zod's neck, right? Like, no, he didn't need to do that. This version of Superman is just a fucking idiot. Like, that's all there is to it. But they make,
and why would you introduce Doomsday and kill Superman in your second movie?
Well, yeah, I was like that. That's
why in God's you saved Doomsday for the third or the sixth Justice League movie, because that storyline took every fucking superhero on planet Earth chipping in, and Superman still died. So, like, it's one of the most dramatic things in DC Comics history, and they literally wasted it again. Zack Snyder wasted all these awesome things. It drives me nuts.
Death of Superman was not popular because it was a well-written story. It was popular because you had this lifetime of stories with this character, and he was being killed, right? Zack Snyder
it was brutal. It was a fight that went on for issue after issue. It was just a nonstop brutal battle.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's not like a narrative masterpiece, though.
No,
right?
no, it's just intense.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And look, the fact that he dies at the end wouldn't be as impactful without the decades of storytelling with the character. But Zack Snyder gave us literally no fucking reason to actually care about any of it. But like I was gonna say, like, there is some praise with the film. Like Batman vs Superman, you understand why Batman hates Superman, because you watch Man of Steel from Batman's angle, and you're like, this is how every human being in Metropolis should feel right now. Like just like this, right? So it actually makes sense. But
I like that. I didn't actually think that was bad. I thought that was a cool little thing. Like, I'm not saying every single thing he does is bad, but yeah, you're right. That was kind of an interesting little tie.
Like on the ground, and he's just like staring up in the sky, watching these two Kryptonians like falling down. He's just glaring at them, and I'm like, man, that works. Like, that really does, and that would explain why retired Bruce Wayne comes back as Batman. Because, like, hey, there's more serious shit out there. I need to get back into things. But it makes no sense that he wants to murder him. It makes literally his line where he's like, if there's even a 1% chance, we need to take it as an absolute and go murder this motherfucker. Like, no. Like, Batman is the guy who will say, if there isn't even like 0.01% chance, I need to develop a strategy to take this person out of commission if it comes to that. That's Batman. Batman's not the guy who goes, I need a gun or a very sharp stick so that I can go murder people. It's not Batman. Batman's not the guy who's like, I need to brand my symbol into people.
Yeah.
I never understood that, by the way.
That would be pretty sweet. What if Batman had like a bat brand that he could whip out, like like old 60s style Batman? He's like, it's the Bata brand. And he just takes it out and just burns Joker right on the ass cheek.
Oh my
You're mine
God.
now, bitch.
What about the bat knuckles? Just like these fucking metal knuckles with a bat symbol, punches you, just like brands into your face, bro. I'm just saying, like, there were some like really disturbing choices that they made with the character there. And it's like Batman was killing people. Like, Batman was outright murdering people in that movie. There's no justification. There's no his car has like little fucking miniguns on it and was shooting at people. Like, what? Those rubber bullets which were penetrating metal? like those weren't murdering anybody. Like, no. Like, he straight up, like, snapped somebody guy's back in half. Like, fuck, man. There was that shit. There was the whole dream sequence. There was a bunch of crap in there. But I think that's less Zack Snyder and more Warner Brothers demanding that they get this universe kickstarted as fast as humanly possible. So I don't want to, like, throw it all on Zack Snyder's feet. But, like, look at the way that he ends the fucking film. Your mother's name is Martha. Like, Zack Snyder, I'm sorry. Like, I've heard, like, all these stories about how he's like, really obsessed with his mommy because she died. And I'm like...
Why did you say that name?
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, like, that's your own fucking mental trauma. Like, you got to go fucking deal with it. It's not Batman's trauma. Like, I mean, not to the point where he's going to, like, stop a murder spree because somebody has the name of his mother. Like, not even that. Not even that. The other dude's mommy had the same name as his mommy. Like, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. And the way that they talk to each other is dumb. These are supposed to be two of, like, the smartest individual. Like, I'm not saying Superman's, like, the, like, highly intelligent, but, like, he's not a dumbass. He's not brain damaged. This isn't Bizarro. This is the actual Superman, and this is supposed to be the actual Batman. These characters are smart enough that they can communicate with each other in sentences. Like
Batman forgot his parents by year 2. I mean, come on. He wouldn't even have cared. He was like, who? I've been busy punching gangbangers in the face till their jaws are permanently broken. I've forgot all about those guys.
Oh, God.
He's now calling his parents those guys. That's how disassociated Batman became by year 2.
You know, the fucking Snyderverse fans, like, get me because they bragged when the Justice League cut came out. And I'm like,
I mean, Snyder cut wasn't bad.
No. You know what? No, it's terrible. It's god awful. It's garbage.
I want to say it's bad. I like the
no. You know why? Because
it's 4 hours.
Because this motherfucker needed 4+ fucking hours to tell a fucking movie story. Like, no, automatically, fuck you. Nobody has the ability to sit down for 4+ fucking hours. God
I was
damn.
so let down with the theater cut that I had just zero interest in. Trying to sit through a 4 hour. I'm like, I don't even care if it's really good. Like, that's how over it I am now. I just don't even care. It could be the best movie of all time, and I'm not gonna put 4 hours into it.
It really isn't. It really isn't. It's passable, is the problem, and it's only passable because you get all the dark side stuff. Like, I don't give a shit about Ray Fisher and his fucking father. Like, I don't. Like, I fucking don't. Like, Cyborg isn't a member of the fucking Justice League. That's a new thing that they did, and I really don't like it, and I don't think he's all that interesting as a character to begin with. Like,
you bring him in for Teen Titans. You don't bring him in for a Justice League movie.
At least in the Teen Titans show, he was actually a lot better of a character in there.
Green Lantern should have been where Cyborg was. He should have filled that role.
I don't know. Like, they did this whole thing with Flashpoint where Cyborg was like the main hero, and then after that, they put him on the Justice League, and I'm like, fine, whatever, but, like, I just don't care about the character. Like, I watched this movie because it's Justice League, so I want Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. That's it.
Yeah, bare minimum.
Yeah, bare fucking minimum. Like, the Flash, if you didn't get a pedophile to be the character, sure. Green Lantern should really be there. Fucking Hawkman, maybe. I don't know. I mean,
with Hawkman, it would make a lot more sense, at least.
Yeah, right. Like, fucking Hawkman just shows up like fucking wings and shit. It's like, who the
I
fuck
think
are you?
Hawkman is cool because he's like one of those characters that's like the muscle of a team. So it's like, he'll never be the star, but he's this cool addition that's just always neat to have around because he's like half barbarian, half
I just want to
evil
see
man.
him swing his fucking mace at someone's face.
I love Hawkman.
Yeah, I mean,
Really,
look It was
The
exactly
DCU was my favorite universe for a long time, and I mean like pre all the movies, like as a comic book universe. Like I really do love DC. I still dream about getting to do a Teen Titans story at some point, but I know that's in this environment like never gonna happen. But you know, it's sad sometimes because there's so much potential in all these characters. Like even Aqualad. You know, someone would be like, "What, Aqualad?" I'm like, "Yes, I could pitch you a badass Aqualad story." Like, there's so much cool stuff, and we're not
Joe,
getting.
If I was in charge of DC, I'd hire you for that.
Dude, I would probably like try to just find a way to juggle Teen Titans and Death for the rest of my life, and just do those two projects exclusively till I croak.
I found it because you said that you liked Hawkman.
Before our meeting, let's just do a quick roll call. Batman, here. The Flash,
right here.
Wonder Woman, Green Lantern,
howdy,
and Aquaman.
Hey, Aquaman. Did you find Nemo on the way here?
Yeah, Aquaman, you stupid idiot bastard. Oh, and Hawkman, you're here too.
Yeah, I am. Founding member, dude. Come on.
Right. Anyways, all right, let's get a progress report. What have you guys been up to?
He's like the greatest superhero. Everybody fucking loves Hawkman.
Founding member. Right. It just keeps on moving.
Week.
Well, me personally, I stopped Mr. Freeze from freezing the entire water supply of Gotham City. Ironically, one throw of my batarang caused his tank to explode, freezing himself.
Nice work, Bats.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
How about you, Flash?
You know, the usual. Mirror Master was robbing banks, so what I ended up doing was grabbing all the mirrors in Central City and pointing them at each other.
Pretty smart.
Yeah, that's what I would have done in that scenario.
What did you do this week, Hawkman?
Well, you know, the same old. There was a guy, you know, purse snatcher trying to rob a purse from a lady. This is what purse snatchers usually do. So, you know, I swooped in, as I do. I have wings, and you know, I hit him with my mace. Stop him.
Right, you know, I've been meaning to bring this up. Are we okay with that?
With what?
The fact that you use a mace?
Oh, so suddenly it's not okay to use weapons? You know, isn't your ring a weapon? How about that?
Yeah, but I'll use it to, like, construct punching gloves. You're hitting people with medieval weaponry. I mean, isn't it kind of weird you don't really have any notable villains, Hawkman? Mostly because they're probably all dead.
Hey, all I'm hearing is I'm a more effective hero, huh? Is that
any other powers?
Oh, you guys want to talk about powers? Well, how about this one? Reincarnation. Yeah, that's right.
Well, see, that's a useful power, so you're immortal?
Yeah, well, pretty much.
Oh, so that's sweet. So if you died, you just get right back up?
Well, I'd get up eventually, you know, I get reborn. So, you know, I'd have to relearn how to stand and then walk. Other things, but I'll be back on the battlefield pretty soon.
All right, I'm just gonna put it out there and just ask, what does Hawkman provide for the team?
Oh, that's pretty rich coming from the guy with no powers. Am I right, guys?
He's rich.
I'm pretty rich too.
Oh, that's odd. I don't believe I've seen you make many contributions to the team.
I retract my last statement. Come on, guys, you're gonna call me useless, but have Aquaman on the team? I mean, it's Aquaman. Come on.
Aquaman lame is his identity. It's marketable. With him, it's kind of fun. It's lighthearted. But with you, it's kind of sad.
Well, come on, guys. Think of all the Hawkman fans out there. How would they react? The Hawkheads, as they're more formally called. You know, there's a whole Facebook page that I don't know about the Facebook page, but I'm sure there's one out there. It's probably got like over 50 followers or something. You know.
Substantial.
It's pretty substantial. You know what? Screw this. You guys always do this, where you'll dissect one of us and pick us apart and show why we suck as heroes. And you know what? I've had enough of it. All right? None of you are perfect. None of us are perfect, but we're trying. All right? We're heroes, gosh darn it. We're trying to save people. We're trying to do the right thing. We shouldn't be bullying each other. We should be accepting each other and being super friends. You know what, Hawkman? You're right. I think dissecting each other has been very entertaining and funny at times, but it's also kind of mean. And that's not who we are at our core.
See, this is Superman.
So I think, as a team, we really owe Aquaman an apology.
Yeah, you're right.
I swear. Hawkman is basically...
Wait, okay, look, I got it. The reincarnation thing, I've never understood that.
I mean, Hawkman is basically the Yamcha of that group.
Yeah, right? Dude, he is the Yamcha, though.
Yeah, he's the Yamcha to Aquaman's Krillin.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he is. Wait, then who's the TN of the Justice League?
Tien?
Yeah.
That would be
No.
Not-
It's somebody who's
no.
competent but is absolutely useless in every other scenario.
Wonder
But, like,
Woman.
No,
Wonder Woman's actually no. That's what I'm saying. It seems like
maybe
Aquaman
like
would be
Booster
that kind of
Gold.
card.
Booster.
Wait, isn't Booster Gold more into Justice Society, not into Justice League?
Well, no,
he's
Booster.
pretty- he's pretty
No, Booster
common
Gold
place
is
in
comic.
all
comic
Justice
relief.
League
No,
versions.
wait, the Green
No,
Lantern
Ted
is
Cord.
Tien.
Ted Cord. No. He'd be Ted Cord. Think about it.
Blue Beetle.
It's Ted Cord.
Blue Beetle. Before Jaime Reyes, like the original.
Yeah, that's fair too. That could
okay.
work.
Yeah, wait, then who's the Piccolo?
That's Green Lantern.
Yeah, okay. Piccolo could be Green Lantern. Then who's
Green on green.
Vegeta?
Batman.
Yeah.
Because Superman is most associated with Goku.
Nah, yeah. Then who's Wonder Woman?
Bulma.
No.
I don't think there is an equivalent, really. You have to get into like androids and things outside of that core original group. So
Well, here's the thing. Like, Wonder Woman gets people to tell the truth. I'm pretty sure Bulma would fit that part.
No, because Wonder Woman literally
Not
got
even with
slapped
the
by a
flying
god,
jet?
and well, actually, Bulma got slapped by a Beerus and didn't die.
Yeah.
So,
he just baby slapped her.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean, he
can
wasn't trying to
someone
kill her.
power scale that? He's god of destruction. Even if he held back to the like umpteenth degree.
Well, I mean, he did host
she
slap
did.
her. It was with the backhand.
But she did survive a backhanded slap from the god of destruction.
But not a front-handed one.
Maybe the front-handed one had more force in it, but still, I mean, like this guy sneezes and destroys planets.
Okay, who's the Gohan of the group?
Ooh.
That
You'd
one's
have to
even
get like
tougher.
the Titans for the Gohan.
Martian Manhunter. Insanely
Martian Manhunter.
powerful, completely fucking broken in every single way, shape, and form, and does absolutely nothing for the team.
Yeah, that's also true.
Mm.
At
Who
points,
else are we forgetting here? Future Trunks? Who's Future Trunks? Is that Flash?
No, that's Booster Gold.
Yeah.
Booster Bullet?
Yeah.
That's Booster Gold, 100%. We have a fucking topic here. Goddamn.
Carl, can you please send me that video later?
Wait, which one?
The one you just played.
Oh, the solid JJ ones? Dude, these are fucking incredible. Hold on.
I know. That's something I need to see more of.
Wait, who's
Before
the
we talk
Master
about
Roshi
this-
of that group?
Oh, dude, this is fucked.
Wait, Joe, have you seen this story?
Yeah.
It was
it's
Adriana
pretty-
Chechik. God damn,
Yeah.
that's fucked.
Yep.
When I heard that, I was like, what?
Well, I mean, like, look, people, like, you know, all jokes aside and everything, this is completely fucked. Like, this is really fucked up that this happened to her.
Yeah, I feel really bad for her.
This is like wrongful death lawsuit territory.
Yeah, like I think Twitch is on the hook for a lot of money here. And look, I don't know who Adriana Chechik is. I don't know anything about them as a person. I understand that they're an adult film actress and everything is what it is, whatever.
Former adult
Former.
I think Redsky could tell you more about her. Apparently he knows.
Oh, good for him.
I just know she does some crazy shit. Like, that's all there is. But, like, you don't need to know every detail, but the girl's fucking nuts.
Like,
Apparently
she went to
watched her
TwitchCon.
stuff on Twitch.
Well, the thing is, though, she goes to TwitchCon. She's a content creator on Twitch, and you know they have this unsafe area for her. They tell everyone it's okay to fuck around, and she breaks her fucking back there. And now it also turns out that she was forced to terminate pregnancy that she didn't know about. I think Twitch should be on the hook for a ton of fucking money here. I think Twitch fucks around. I don't think they take things seriously. As a company, I think they're fucking garbage. And like I want them to I want them to fucking suffer on this one. They should. Like this is fucking garbage. It's bullshit. I feel terrible for her. I had no clue if she wanted to have the baby or not. Like it really doesn't fucking matter though.
No,
The
but
choice was
still,
taken
it
away
didn't-
from her.
Yeah.
Crow, you need to have Adriana Chechik on for an interview.
That'd be
would-
very hard.
Yeah, like I wouldn't
That'd be
mind,
very
but
hard.
I don't think I have that type of pull, unfortunately.
Yeah. He doesn't have to Ricada pull yet.
Ricada pull. I don't have the fucking Joe Ball death pull.
Just get Yellow Flash to do it.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Just get
yeah,
Yellow
yeah.
Flash to do it.
Yeah. I'll just tell Yellow Flash what to fucking do. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have that type of pull too.
Yeah.
Suggest it to him. Not saying make demands like you're holding a gun to his head or anything.
That's the only way you get Flash to do anything. You demand that he does it, and he just fucking folds or he doesn't.
I mean, come on, just pass the idea. Hey, Flash, you know what would be great? Having a porn actress on your show.
Yeah, actually, he might
Yeah.
like that. For being honest.
Be creative with
He'd
your
probably be like,
pitch.
oh yeah, that'd be great.
Be creative with your pitches to him, Crow. It'll work.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It would.
I think if the situation itself was a little easier to be humorous with, like it would be probably an easier feat to get her on some shows, even if it was just at least just her back. As terrible as that was, it's like you could still get her on and have a little fun. But with the baby coming into the situation, like, man, I don't even know how.
Yeah, it
like
just got
you
10
would
times worse.
The thing is,
like just have some other porn star on for now. Give Adriana some time. There's plenty of other porn stars out there that are ready to joke about getting their butts jammed out and shit. So make those kind of
actually, if there's anyone in the group who could probably still swing it and make it funny, it'd be Camelot.
Definitely.
Yeah, but like no. This all kidding aside, it is a serious situation. I don't know how she's doing. I personally wouldn't feel comfortable doing an interview with her on a subject like this because, man, it's pretty fucking horrific. Again, I have no clue if she even wanted to be pregnant, but at the end of the day, there was no choice whatsoever at all. It was taken away from her. She had the child ripped from her fucking womb. I think that's disgusting. I think Twitch needs to be held responsible for it. I think they need to pay out the fucking ass. And I think as a fucking company, they need to be fucking serious. They need to act like fucking professionals in some aspect. Like they're fucking children. They behave like children. They act like children. I think they need to be fucking penalized. Like heavily.
They should reach, if they wanted to do right, they would reach out to her and not have this have to turn into a thing. You know what I mean?
I'm sure that they probably already have, or you would hope that they have.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Like, she's got to buy the fucking balls, though. So
Yeah, but it's good for her just to be quiet about it for now.
Look, I will tell you guys right now, as much fun as it might sound, you do not want to have your balls in the hands of a porn star when you have a lot of money. Like, it's probably not a good idea.
Especially saying that in that way.
You got to read between the lines there, but yes, you are accurate.
I mean, other situations, it'd probably be a lot of fun, but in this particular, he's kind of fucked. Oh man, what? I have all these fucking clips, and I'm like, which one would have been a good transition there?
It's finally Adriana's turn to butt fuck somebody.
What?
Damn, yo, the way you would said that.
Oh,
that was a good way of going up. Still, that's fucked, but that was
that made me uncomfortable.
The one time when protection would have been useful.
Listen, Joe. Nobody here on this stream is named Preston, so I'm just gonna.
It just felt like it was an appropriate time and a flattering joke for her. You're like, oh, I'm like, damn. I tried.
So I didn't mean to send this into the Flashcast chat, but you saw this earlier, Joe. Thou should Ben Shapiro agreeing. And look, this is the dumbest shit. This is dumb on like several different fucking levels, right? First,
yes,
non-binary play of Romeo and Juliet. That's one. Two, it's reimagined with Juliet being a persecuted Jew and Romeo being a member of the Hitler fucking youth. Then three is not the idea that they're putting on a play with a Jew and a member of the Hitler Youth. What's caused controversy is that they didn't include Jewish people in the casting call. And I'm like, bro, do you think maybe the Jews were like, hey, we're not doing this shit with Hitler Youth? You think maybe that's why? Like, because that's probably why. But who the fuck?
I can't imagine why the Jews wouldn't want to participate in this. I mean, we made it especially liberally retarded just to cater to the left. And why doesn't anyone like our stupid idea? It's like, you've even crossed lines with the liberals, dude. Do you know how hard that is? Do you know
even by your bitch ass standards, that shit was horrible.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying, like, do you think maybe they saw like the fucking Nazi Reich Eagle and the fucking casting call fucking sheets and we're like, we should not like go near this? I'm just like, come on, this is actually fucking retarded. This is actually fucking retarded. I mean, fucking Christ.
I swear to God.
It makes me think.
It's funny because it's such a terrible idea that you for once have seen like a whole bunch of people that will literally just find reasons to nitpick each other, going, nah, dude, like, this is just too much. And we've witnessed some crazy shit the last 7 years. And this,
It's all come together.
I've had, like, everyone blew their, like, their funny fuse all just died at once. And, like, you saw a bunch of people that, like, viciously hate each other 24/7, being like, let's just knuckle bump and move on with life. I can't handle this shit no more. It was like, it was a wild comment section, seeing so many people just being like, yeah, dude, like, it's like, this is how you solve the world's problems. You just introduce some entertainment that's so awful everyone's forced to agree with each other for one day.
I mean, like, I would agree with that, except for the fact that Cuties came out and we saw that, I mean, look, there can be completely objectionable fucking content out there. And people will defend it.
Oh, for sure. But see, this one was such an insult to the intelligence of all parties that it even hit the liberals that will stick up for any ridiculous thing that's put on television or drag queen story hours. Even those people were like, all right, enough. Like that's pathetic. When even those fucking low-hanging fruit weirdos are like, Jesus Christ, I can't do this no more. I'm exhausted. I finally know how the right feels the last 7 years.
This guy should have just went full bore with this nonsensical play he's making.
I find it fucking hilarious. I really do.
I mean, for real. Hitler, for we're all Hitler, you know.
Yeah, it makes me wonder whose ever ideas this was.
What was your daddy drinking when he skeet you out?
Oh man, I can't, man. I fucking can't. This is peak fucking comedy. It really is. Fucking.
Maybe we're going into 2023 right somehow. You know, it's a little signal. The return of humor.
I doubt it.
Well, actually, let me ask you a question.
Right. You're like, dude, midterms around the corner. It's going to be a fucking mess.
Well, actually, I want to ask you guys, what do you think it's going to be like after the fucking midterms? Because with all the signs that we've seen, like all of them, it really should be a massive sweeping wave in support of fucking Republicans. But if that happens, the left is going to freak out and they're going to accuse them of cheating. But then if it doesn't happen, it's going to look really fucking suspicious. And if you say anything, they're going to try to get you shut down because you're, spreading false claims. And I'm like, I mean, either fucking way, it's going to be a shit show, right?
I mean, here's the thing. I'm betting the Democrats are banking on some stupid strategy in which they're going to have Joe Biden get us into war with Russia or China or whichever, just so that the old standby, I guess you could say, political science maneuver is no one will vote out a sitting wartime president.
Well, I mean, I think that they've already been pushing that with what's going on in Ukraine. But in terms of like just the midterms right now, I think that they really did try to go after Trump in the most insane ways possible.
I'm just saying after the midterms, they might try and pull that if it does end up like a red wave.
I think that the goal is after the midterms, the immediate thing that they're going to do is say that we're in a recession and it's because you let Republicans into office. They've been denying it for months, right? Denying it, claiming that, oh, that's not how it actually works, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, the moment that you have Republicans back in political office, they're going to throw it at their feet, deny any responsibility, and just throw it at their feet and move on.
Yeah, kind of like what they did with the Klan, Planned Parenthood, everything.
I mean, it hasn't failed them yet, right?
Well, I mean, the world is full of idiots. It's just who do you got on your side? Who's the biggest idiot?
I don't think people are listening as much now, though. Like, we are seeing a turnaround where there is some glimmer with the basic. That's the reason we know people are going to get up in arms if there isn't a red wave, because there's a lot of people that generally don't vote Republican that are part of the red wave right now. I even saw Cenk Uygur trying to basically prep his audience for a slaughter. Like, he's just being straight up with them, and it's something you don't see often, that the Young Turks are like, yo, we're fucked, and this is why. And laying out all the exact things that they know are bad. And it's strange watching even him be like, yo, I'm just letting you guys know, like, we're screwed, deal with it, we'll just have to fight harder next time around. I'm like, man, when you got the Young Turks even telling everyone, like, it's just that we set ourselves up for this. We went too far.
I mean, I don't really see that as much of a shock, because Cenk's pulling his same old trick of denying, well, who even knows what the term woke means or what the woke left politicians are? Like, you know, he pulls that kind of little Mandela effect trick on them.
Well, he does. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's always full of fucking shit, but he knows right now there ain't no hope going by any metric that he has access. And you're talking about a guy that's judging off of a bunch of liberal metrics, and he's looking at polls, he's looking at everything, and it's just weird seeing even someone like him that's kind of like a toe the line no matter what kind of leftist that's just like, it is what it is. And short of a miracle, I mean, we might as well get used to the idea of Republicans are taking control of things, and we did this to ourselves because Americans just don't resonate with the defund police, with the the whole laundry list of shit from the last like 7 years. Like, so I mean, he knows, he just don't want to be honest about it on a daily basis. He has to wait till they've already sank themselves to act like he told you so. And it's like, dude, you're on board with all this. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, I would say, yeah, he's being honest, but he isn't though. Like, he
Cenk knows what a woke politician
as much
is.
as humanly fucking possible, right? And that's just how it is with the guy. Like,
yeah,
Cenk
but does he admit defeat this early on? Like, midterms are around the corner, and he's literally like, yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah,
like,
he's
right,
done it like several elections, actually.
Yeah, well, a credit to him then when he knows he's fucked, I guess. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I mean, the thing is that he thinks his candidacy was like a sure-in thing over in California, which is absolutely hilarious. I mean,
yeah, that's true. Well, he had to. Are you going to really say otherwise if you know? You're not going to go out there and be like, yeah, I'm going to lose.
Well, here's
like,
the
even
thing.
if you know you are.
Like, he was just like so delusional. I don't even think he was actually pretending to, like, we're going through this. Like, he thought he was going to win. Like, he was that delusional.
Okay, look, there is knowing you are going to fucking not win, and then there is pulling in fucking 6% of the vote in an incredibly super deep blue district and getting wiped out by the fucking Republicans. Like,
did you watch any of the debates from that run? Like,
dude, he was crying.
They were. I was like, damn, dude. Like, you're yelling at people here like you're on your TV show, and you've got these like liberal blue Karens sitting there being like, this guy's rude. I don't like him. Like being so pro. I'm like, this is so weird. What is happening?
He went into the fuck. Here's my thing that I really fucking I don't like about Cenk as a human being, is he does this shit where he goes like, oh, I'm a Republican and they hate all the Republicans. It's like, not Republican, fucking Muslim, right? He goes like, I'm a Muslim and they hate all the Muslims. All the Republicans hate the Muslims. And it's like, Cenk is a fucking atheist, right? Not only is he an atheist, he's an atheist that really, really does not like the Muslim faith or other Muslims. And you can tell because this motherfucker goes into a mosque, right? And he's talking all this shit about Trump and everything. And like, there's an elder at the mosque, and the elder at the mosque is like, stop talking like that. Don't talk about that, about the president. It's like, look, Cenk doesn't like Trump. Cenk thinks Trump is the worst human being on the planet. I get it.
Yeah.
You go into a mosque and an elder is telling you to stop. You don't try to talk over him. You don't try to like fucking raise your voice to this man. You need to let him talk, and you can disagree, and you can, but you do it with respect. That's not what you were fucking doing.
I mean, he can't hate all Muslims. I mean, after all, he did name his show The Young Turks.
Oh God, the thing is, as a Palestinian, the Ottoman Empire was atrocious.
Yeah.
But we'll leave that for another day. We're like almost 3 hours into the stream, and I was only planning on being here for like an hour and a half with you guys tonight. So
man, when you brought Joe Ball on, we really got went ham.
Well, because like for 45 minutes straight, Superman was this, Superman was that.
Yeah.
I mean,
goddamn Superman.
Okay, listen. I was so excited to have Joe in because I was like, I see Joe and he's in the chats, and I'm like, and it's been a few nights where I see like Joe will be in the chat. I'm like, motherfucker, I just want to have Joe on and we'll talk, and I can watch him do his art in the meantime, and it's great. Oh God. But it is different when you're running the stream, because like I could not just pull up the like him drawing and just like watch that, because that's all I do on the Flashcast sometimes, where I'm just like, oh, this is really interesting. And like I saw it was like the artwork where the guy was on the ground and he was drawing all the people over him, and I'm all like, fuck man, this is really interesting, but I can't keep watching because I'm gonna get distracted.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, due to the fact that I move relatively quick when I draw, like, people can see a lot happen in a short period of time, so, like, even I forget, like, see, the thing is, too, I listen to shows while I draw, so I have a bad habit of sitting there and forgetting I'm on a show. I would just be drawing and listening, and just zone out, so it's like, there's all kinds of little issues with drawing on air that aren't all good or bad, but...
Well, I mean, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, dude. Yeah, anytime, man. Thank you.
Joe, you need to do an ASMR drawing channel or something.
ASMR art with Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that could work.
Just have the microphone right at the end of the pencil, and you just hear scribble, 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 scribble.
Yes!
Okay, you guys confused me for a minute there. I thought I was going to get to make deep guttural, like grunts while I was drawing.
No. You'll have to mix it together, so you'll have like
yes.
That's
actually
like,
pretty...
dude, right? It'll be like the
I wonder
next.
How much money
ASMR.
I could make on that?
not as much as Adriana.
I'm gonna come. What thing they've done that wasn't completely justified.